Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is that time again that with a little congestion, I say to you, it is a new episode of From the Sidelines, episode 123 coming at you tonight. We got no guests. It is just the boys, but we got a lot to talk about. If you've been paying attention to the offseason moves in paintball, it has been an absolute chaotic clusterfuck of things that have been going on. We also have other news as well. It was Thanksgiving. The boys went on vacation. There were some great topics from that holiday, so we will talk about all of that in a bit, but before we do, as always, we got to bring in our co-hosts who are here with us every week on the show. Brando Baird, I'll bring you in first, man. And the reason why is because you're going to get grilled. You were late again tonight, buddy. So as we talked about, you are going to be deducted salary from this episode.
Fuck. No.
Yeah.
Those quarters that you pay me, they pay for my parking at work. That sucks.
I know, so you're not going to have them this week, unfortunately. But, this is like the third or fourth time, so we got to start getting, a system here, taking accountability for being on time for your actions, Brando Baird.
I'll accept it. I guess.
Is this just too close to work for you? Is this?
No, dude. No, it's not.
All right. I'm glad we're not giving you PTSD on the pod. Welcome in, buddy. We'll get into Brando a little bit more later on. Our other co-host on the show, waiting patiently tonight, as always. Been here from the beginning. My guy, Steven Hatch, on the show. How you doing, Mustache Man?
Yep, here every episode. Keep that in mind.
Every episode. It's been everyone. Even the one that was just me and Hatch. Do you remember? Sorry, I totally cut you off, Hatch. Do you remember doing that one? It was literally just me and you. Of
course. I never forget that. Those are the good old days, And realistically,
it was a shitty
that
show.
Could potentially happen in the future. But let me just say, first of all, you're getting quarters, Brando? What is this, bro? Brando's getting quarters? This is
he gets the quarters and then you get dimes.
I get the pennies, bro.
It's more so because you kind of look like a rocker from the 80s, and I don't want to give you a cocaine habit or something by giving you too much extra income.
You were giving him pesos.
It's not even American currency.
How much is 1,000 pesos?
It's the extra yen I have to buy in PayPal for all these business transactions I've been doing. So Hatch, I'm gonna send you 1,000 yen, bro. You'll be rich.
Jesus.
I'm looking at how much 1,000 pesos is.
1,000 pesos. It's 40 cents or something, right? I don't know.
49 cents.
49 cents. Oh no, Jeez. That currency's not doing well. And then yen is, that's probably like $10 or so, somewhere along those lines. I may be off. I don't know.
That's crazy, but
I thought you were doing the math.
That's that's 2 quarters. Basically.
2 quarters. There you go. Yeah. Well, we've been on this bit for way too long, boys. We got to keep moving forward. We got to talk about our sponsors. One of which I'm going to be sipping on tonight because, as I mentioned already, I'm a little congested. Okay, I got a little bit of a cold, so don't come for me. But the beautiful product that I'm going to be using is Liquid IV, the great hydration multiplier, and for me right now, it's got immunity support in it as well. They got the sugar and sugar-free formulas of the product up on their website, liquidiv.com. You can check out all the great flavors they have. I've got the firecracker in my hands over here. I'm sipping on the sugar-free rainbow sherbet tonight. They've got a lot of options depending on what you need. It's going to get you hydrated and ready to go faster than just water alone. It's got a whole bunch of electrolytes and a mix of minerals and the good things in there for you. That's why my water's a little cloudy, but it tastes good and it's hydrating me and giving me some vitamin C to help fight off this cold. So we love it. Appreciate you, Liquid IV. Thank you for all the support over here on the podcast. If you guys want some for yourself, head over to their website, liquidiv.com. Use promo code Mafia_Mafia. You're going to get 20% off and free shipping at checkout. All right, that's all for them. Next up, NECTR Energy. I don't have one of these in tonight. Instead, I have a Ricola, but they're not sponsoring us. NECTR is NECTR.energy. That is their website, NECTR.energy, NECTR.energy. The great energizing pouch. That one's actually not open. Let me grab the one that is open. The great energy pouch, it looks very similar to like a Zyn, tobacco pouch, something along those lines. The big difference is there is no tobacco or nicotine in this product. It's just caffeine and a neurotropic. Get you buzzed up a little bit and back focused up and whatever your task at hand is. Brandon, you're muted. Can't hear you.
We got them all.
Okay, yeah, they love that interruption. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, they've got all their great websites online at NECTR.energy. Use promo code MafiaProductions over there, just all one word, Mafia Productions. You're gonna buy 2, get 1 free. So if you throw 3 in your cart, you'll get 1 can for free. So you can try out a couple different flavors, see which one is your favorite. I know we enjoy it over here. Thank you to NECTR Energy for their support on the show. Appreciate the Martin twins over there. They were former guests. So if you guys ever want to hear more from the NECTR Energy owners, you can go listen to their show with us. And then last but not least tonight, we had him on last week, the owner of Wells Clothing, Scott Stewart. Him and his team over there do a lot of great things. I got my hat on tonight, but they also make, I don't know, shirts, undershirts, limited edition apparel. There you go, Brandon. Switch it on out. Every week on the show, he's got to hit us with it. Make sure you keep struggling out there. We love the brand and all the things that it stands for here on the show. So we're happy when they reached out to us to partner up. Over on their code, weltsclothing.com. On their website, weltsclothing.com. Use promo code FTS. You're going to save some money at checkout. Make sure you check out every first Wednesday of the month, because they drop limited edition apparel on Welts Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month. And yeah, you don't want to miss out on it, because it will be gone quickly. Shout out to the boys over there. Appreciate you, Welts Clothing. And yeah, let's jump on into the show, boys, because we got a lot to talk about when it comes to roster moves, when it comes to team moves. Even there's been a couple mergers this offseason that I wasn't necessarily what's the right way to say it?
Expecting.
I didn't expect to see. I got cold brain tonight, so you guys are gonna have to, bear with me a little bit out there in the audience. Yep. Let's jump into it. Do we want to start like newest first, or go back in time a little bit? How do we want to break this down?
Let's go back in time.
Let's go back in time. All right. Yeah. So first moves of the offseason. I think this really blew it wide open. There was a couple smaller ones. I think that was when we saw ABJ go over to Revo. He was one of the first moves announced this year.
Went back to Revo as well.
Yep. So they were kind of getting their team, put back together a little bit. I think that's a huge pickup for Revo. Very smart to, honestly drop some money on Archie, who I think is only going to be getting better and better as he's surrounded by experienced guys. He's already got the athletic side of it. Yeah, so I'm very excited to see how his game improves, or how Revo does as a team this year. Always going to root for my boy Archie. So, now I'm a Revo fan a little bit.
I heard they rebranded.
Did they?
Yes, I heard they rebranded to Baltimore Arsenal.
Arsenal, yep.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, they did. So, yes, that is correct.
That's pretty
that
cool
is true.
Seeing that.
Bringing back that OG name. Love to see that. We're seeing a lot of nostalgia in the Pro League now with Aftershock, as well as, Arsenal coming back in. And if we're talking about team, mergers, we're also seeing the Tauntauns kind of come back into the America a little bit. It looks like Marky Franz worked out a deal with the Tauntaun ownership group to merge the teams. I don't know roster-wise how that's going to work, because there's the whole European lockout thing. So, it'll kind of be TBD on that side of it, but it does look like FSU, Notorious, and the Tauntauns are now one unit here in the States. So we'll see what team
Where's
they
Axel
field.
Going?
I don't know.
Is Axel going where the money is, or is Axel going like where the Tauntauns are with that? But is that going to be as much money for him? I don't know.
What I was hearing is Axel's a free agent, which kind of in my mind puts out like he may not be back with the Tauntauns next year. Which is crazy, right?
I think it could just be like, kind of just fishing for offers, right? Because a player like that, bro, people are gonna pay money to pick him up. He's a great player.
Maybe he's throwing out the fishing.
Ooh, the line. That's a great call, Randall. That's a great call. I like that.
The problem with Axel is everyone knows you're not gonna have him for Cup, because he's gonna, if he has the option, he's gonna play for Tauntauns if he's still with them.
But that's now, if Tauntauns are playing in the U.S., maybe.
How would they still come over for the European division? Would they still come over as the Tauntauns individually, and just half of Notorious's roster has gone to Cup?
Just like how Aftershock has the Shock American team and then the Shock EU team. The EU team just kind of brings in random people to play in it, and then one or two of the American guys, because that's how the rosters work. So even if let's say that team won out in Europe and they were able to win the spot, it would still not be, the American roster guys, because they would be playing with the Aftershock team. So it would still be an American team, or a European team, excuse me.
Notorious is the same way as well. They have a team over there, right, playing pro. And
they do.
Yeah, they already had FSU over there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be key.
Must be just an American thing then for the U.S.
Yeah, no, it'll be very interesting. There's a lot because of the rules around Europe and players coming over and rosters. It's gotten very what's the right word to say? Very like legalese here in the last couple of years of this person can't play for them and can play for them. So it'll be interesting to see how those mergers shake up. Was there any? I think those were the big like team wise stuff. From the the Arsenal name change, the Tauntauns and the Notorious name change.
I know we're in history, but one that happened today.
Yep.
NYX ML Kings.
Yes, no, that is a good point.
NYX.
That was literally a few hours ago. Harris did his whole live stream announcing it. So NYX isn't dead. You pulled my trap card. Second life. Merged with the ML Kings and become, the NYX Part 2. So they're officially, I think they are going to be going by NYX again. So it won't be the ML Kings. They are now gone from the Pro League. It'll be, that team will be there. So shout out to our boy Nico, another NorCal kid who's going to be playing for
Love
NYX.
That guy.
So it's that's a huge shakeup to me because I didn't see that one happening at all. I kind of just saw NYX
I thought the ML Kings were
going to be
like solid. I thought that was going to be a team that was going to go into next year as a really heavy hitting team. I
don't think the team's changing. It's just the brand.
The team's not really changing, and they're kind of merging teams too. So there might be some stragglers who get left out. Unfortunately, that just happens when rosters merge together. But I think Brandon's right on the money where it's that same group of like core ML Kings guys plus now Josh Taylor, and I think there's like a couple other NYX guys coming over. It'll be interesting to see how that whole roster does. Harris is now back in the NYX colors, so I don't know.
Gonna be sick to see.
Maybe this was the plan all along, was just like develop NYX Part 2 in ML Kings, and then.
And the thing is that's really funny is I feel like you could make a meme about how besides DMG, every team that got relegated kind of like was like resurrected somehow. Like when Seattle Thunder, Seattle Thunder got relegated. The team expanded.
So they got to keep
expanded to where they're like, shit, nice, we're gonna stay in another year, right? And I just feel like that's the kind of thing where like everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. Tell him, Peter. Apparently everybody only gets one. So, I'm excited to see what NYX is gonna do. That's an insane merger that I could not have seen coming.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people would rather see the NYX name in Pro Division than the ML Kings brand. Because like we said, it's the same player, so it's not like it's a different team. It's just different branding. And I think the NYX one does stand out a little more. I think, there's some of those northeastern people who are, kind of the Taylor Ham people up there in that place with salt and pepper ketchup. You guys know nothing of what I'm talking about, but Northeasterners are getting pissed at me right now. But they also have leverage now too. So now there's two teams from that Northeast market instead of just the one there kind of usually has been.
Absolutely. I'm rooting for leverage for sure. Absolutely. I think that I think Chris Caputo, obviously with that time that he spent on the Brooklyn Bears, I think that can obviously him going down into semi-pro really showed his strengths. So I truly am rooting for them.
I mean, yes, Chris deserves highlight, and so don't sound like I'm talking bad about him, but we got to talk about the rest of that leverage team too, because like
they're a good team. They're a very solid
good
team.
Core. I mean, there's look, player names are eluding me right now, but watching those guys play, they look like a put together paintball team, not all too undifferent from Paintball Fit. Now the question will be, will they be able to take that same dedication and practice and build to where they're now not just a good semi-pro team, but a competitive and good pro team? And you got to make that hurdle. I mean, Fit showed us it's doable, but it still took them a whole year of essentially playing it essentially played like 44 weekends in a year or something like that. They were saying it's insane.
I'm really curious on how they're gonna perform, right? Especially against kind of those like lower echelon teams. Like, I think they'll probably beat some of those lower echelon teams. But I was talking with one of my friends about some of the offseason moves, and with leverage, I was saying how kind of what you were saying, Ryan, is that core of guys is really strong. I remember seeing a story. I remember seeing a picture on Instagram. I reposted myself from leverage. That was 3 of their core members. I think it was like Zach Morgan and one of their other guys, and 2 of the other guys. It was them when they were like 15, playing probably I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a
know,
random
local
3-man
walk-on.
tournament.
Yeah,
I
like
saw the
random
event.
3-man
Yeah,
team.
I saw the picture.
I thought that was awesome. So whenever I see kind of stuff like that, I want to see that stuff succeed.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
I was
when
that kid.
Yeah, I mean, when you get it, like the brothers that we do see in the sport are always really cool to me. The Yakimek brothers, when they were actively playing together, I always thought that was really cool, and especially then you have your dad who owns the team. That's sick. That would be really cool to be in that situation. Obviously the Boyan brothers, there's no one else they want to play on on the line with other than each other, and they're
Absolutely.
damn good when they do get to play together. And then there's a couple other examples. I'm blanking right now because like I said, the Edwards, literally, that shows the cold brain because you can't forget the Edwards brothers. But I think it is always cool when you can see families and more specifically just brothers be able to play this game at the highest level together, because that's not something that's available in a lot of other sports, especially if you have an age gap between you. Like, one may be coming into the league as the other's kind of starting to fizzle out, which or you're just fucking LeBron and you play for 35 years and your kid, you nepotism get him on the team. That could happen too.
Hell yeah.
Maybe Greenspan will.
Oh, hell yeah.
So he's gonna play for another 16 years and then bring his kids on. Oh god!
Holy shit, dude! He's gonna be running to the snake with his walker.
No. He's gonna run to the snake, slide out, and then Brandon, you have to run in to do a hip replacement,
Yeah.
like in the field. He's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I need another one."
Damn. I mean, that would be sick. I mean, I think it would be sick to see the first girl in the pro league.
We have.
Have we?
Yeah, when ML Kings came over, they had.
Yeah?
Your bitch was like 6'3", running around in the snake. Yeah,
That was a Viking woman. Okay.
No way. Seriously?
When they got the pro spot, go watch it. It was impressive.
Oh shit! All right.
I think she only played that one season, and then they got.
I was gonna say, and then like the WNXL came. Like 2 years after, or
it was like they came in like 2018. I think she just played that one season, and then they just started getting
like 2
American
years.
players.
I wasn't that wrong.
2020,
Okay, well, all I want to say,
2020, and then 2021 is when it came out.
I
So
guess
I wasn't that far
I just
off.
want to say,
Fuck off.
I want to see
Brandon.
another one. I want to see another one.
Another one. He wants to see one that he actually sees with his eyes. I got him.
Yeah. Exactly right. The thing is, it was weird. I was playing during that time, so I'm like, did I not fucking see it? But I don't know.
That's a good point.
I think it'd be
All
cool
right,
to see the
boys.
first female.
Squirrel, get back on the track here, Hash.
Yep.
Let's get back to player moves now. There's been a lot that have happened. We've already touched on a couple. We obviously mentioned Josh Taylor going to the New York Extreme franchise. We talked about O'Mara,
yep.
and
Connor Kelly.
Archie going to Revo.
Connor Kelly went to Aftershock.
We haven't mentioned that one yet. I was just going to start to branch out to those, but yeah, that's a great one, which makes a lot of sense. One of his best friends, Hosky's already playing over there. He's a Florida kid, probably has known the Adamsons for a little bit of time. So yeah, that one makes a lot of sense. It'll be interesting to see how they share time in the Snake, though.
Yeah, and the Adams are based out of Florida as well, so
They are, yeah.
yeah. So
The Adamsons.
The Adamsons. The Adamson family.
Put some respect.
My bad. I could see them being a good 1-2 punch over there, playing it really fast. But
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You see both those guys lined up across from you. There's going to be two bodies in the Snake in 20 seconds. So just know, like, shit's going to get hectic.
And the thing is,
two kids who like the W key.
They're so versatile, dude. You could throw either one of them on the Dorito side,
Oh, for sure. And especially when we're seeing these more snake-type Doritos with all these bunkers, the bunkers, the snake beams, it definitely makes it play more to that, like, take a bite, look towards the inside. If something's there, take it. If something's not, try to look for your next move. And so that's, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if maybe we start to see that more and more, like what we saw from, I think it was X Factor in Chicago, pulling Billy over to the Doritos and then having Axel be the main snake side. I mean, we know Billy's an amazing, snake player, but let's have him go be on the Doritos because it played a little more to his style as well, too.
yeah,
Absolutely, and that'll throw a team off when you're so used to Billy playing in the Snake, going Snake off the fucking break.
Yeah,
dude.
And then
you
you
goes
hear,
to the Doritos. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
You hear Lucy too, and you're like, oh shit, like, okay, Billy's off the field, and then you're like, oh fuck, his gun barrel's in my neck because he just ran me down.
Exactly, from the Dorito side. Exactly. So I am really excited on how they are going to shake that hole up on Aftershock, because I think, I mean, who is still on Aftershock? I heard some rumors about some retirements, so I'm not 100% sure on that.
I do think Al Fernandez has hung up the jersey.
Yep, I heard that one's
one
for
that
sure.
I've been hearing. So, yep.
I heard
Goodbye,
Thomas
Al.
Kim is
Thank
also
you for playing. Thomas, I think, is up in the air, and I think it's just because of his job.
Absolutely.
He's trying to be pilot. He's trying to be a big boy adult. I think he obviously still loves paintball, and if it's something that works,
if he can
tries to make
squeeze
it
it
work.
in, he will.
But I also think, like, he's trying to be respectful of the Adamsons and not be like, let me take a roster spot, but I can only commit to one event a year or something like that. So, yeah. But also, I mean, TK is good enough to be on the pro league. Like, if any team, if they can make it work, they should pick him up, because I think he should be up there if he wants to.
Yeah.
I completely agree. So.
And then is A-Rod retiring?
I also heard that's kind of like he's kind of up in the air about next
He's gonna
season.
go focus on music again. Remember,
Oh,
did he do that
Xander.
for like a
Xander.
year? Yeah, he like stepped back for a year, focused on Xander, and then came back for Diesel, and then I don't know, dude. He's been in and out of paintball since like 202012, bro.
Yeah,
it's
guys
been a long
retired
thing.
4 times.
That's the best way to say it, Edge.
But the comeback is always that's why when people are like, "Oh, I'm retiring," that word is so fucking diluted now.
It really is.
It is so diluted because everybody comes back.
That's why, dude. That's why I respect Queasy. Queasy retired. Motherfucker left. Like, he'll show up to practice every now and then.
We played
He'll
an
play
event
some
with him
for
last
fun
year.
events. But that's what I mean, dude. He's like, yeah, I'm not trying to be competitive at all. Like, fuck everything. I love my kid. I love my family. I'm focusing on that. And you know what? Fair, respect, Queasy. But yeah, you're very true with, like, I guess Doss is another great example where he was like, look, I gave it another chance. Just, it's not the time right now. I'm gonna hang it up. And yeah, so shout out to those guys. Hope they're doing good.
Mm-hmm. It was cool playing with Queasy. He's a very interesting player to that when it comes to meshing with the team. Very good mind, right? Obviously, he was on that pro roster, right? So he has that pro experience. So it's really interesting getting to pick his brain and playing alongside him. And when we're doing drills and we're playing against him, right? Just being able to get that play against that experience is really fun.
And this is more on the personal side. I just like having conversations with David Vasquez, man. He's just an intellectual guy. It's really fun to talk to him. He's always, got something cool to talk about. So, yeah, definitely one of the guys from Sacramento. I'm missing a little bit, but let's keep it going. Sorry, pulling back up my list. Next move on the sheet, I think we should get to PK Jr. stepping away from that new NYX build, so not going down to ML Kings with the rest of the guys. He actually got picked up by the Ironmen, so going to play for a DIE organization. I mean, before we heard about the NYX move, this made so much sense to me, because I was like, okay, obviously he's going to get picked up by a team. It's just which one. Ironmen were able to kind of back him the most, probably help him out the most with financial stuff, because they have the power of DIE behind them.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it made a lot of sense. Now it's a little bit more like, oh, okay.
Why did he split ways? Is it because he didn't fit on the roster? Is it
Or
because
was he kind of
I feel like
finally
they wouldn't make room for him?
But maybe Patrick, he's played with them since semi-pro, so he
Exactly.
spent his whole time in pro.
He was the reason
couple
why they
years
got
of
to pro.
semi-pro. Yeah, he had some great plays for them in that 2017 World Cup. I remember watching. So the question now becomes like, okay, did he finally feel like, I tried, guys? I gave you guys 5-6 seasons. We had a couple chances where we got up there and made some third place finishes or fourth place finishes, but we just couldn't put it together. I'm gonna go try my hand with someone else now. Is it kind of maybe that, or
maybe it's like he's getting
from the? That's what I'm saying. Or was it the opposite? Was it NYX kind of being like, we're gonna try a different way? Go try someone else out. And I don't know either way, so I'm not saying it's one or the other, but.
I mean, it could have been like he was anticipating going with them, but he just got an offer. He just couldn't refuse playing with the Ironmen, right? Because Ironmen,
That's kind of the third,
right. They lost Zach Geiger to Infamous. That's another.
They lost Geiger.
Move,
they lost Omara.
Right?
They lost. Was there someone else they lost too?
Dude, the thing is with the Ironmen, I don't know, because they don't really televise or publicize a lot of their cuts, right? Like we knew J-Bo was cut from him. Right,
That's
and so
true.
we know, especially with that team.
That was also during during the year, and I feel like that's a little different too. Teams don't discuss roster moves as much during the year. Usually the NXL will kind of hype them up and make some noise about it. But I will kind of agree with you. Yeah, Ironmen like to be a little secret. They submit a roster for every event, and that's
absolutely.
When you know.
And one thing I do know that I'm assuming that I've heard from a lot of people is they have no loyalty. They will make sure they're like, all right, we want the best players, or we want what we think are players that we can adapt into our organization.
And they're usually young, skinny boys who are around the ages of 15 to 17. And usually
oh fuck.
Allegedly. That's all I'm saying is allegedly. But yeah, so PK Jr. is gonna go play for that team now. Good luck, buddy. Moving forward, Houston Heat blew up, it seems. They really, I mean, obviously losing Connor Kelly, that's not great. That sucks.
So many rumors about it.
I mean, yeah, that's the other thing too. Confirmed wise, we've only heard 2 moves. On the other, like the rumor side, there's been a whole bunch of like, this guy's leaving, you know, the whole house is being torn down. So what will actually happen, we kind of got to wait a little longer on. But like I said, what we know confirmed is Connor Kelly going to Aftershock. And then the big one, and this is a whole big list of moves, which we're going to have to get into, was Tyler Harmon going to Impact and it's funny, I called them this last year at World Cup. They're literally at now the evil empire of Impact, which literally put together, I mean, just the god squad of players, and
the
I really
09 aftermath.
Essentially, with T-Harm, yeah, with T-Harm, because now Dalton's on the team too. Yeah, so it's literally 09 aftermath with Tyler Harmon in there. Fuck yeah, that's gonna be that is pretty good team.
That is a
or it's gonna be a Diesel 2.0, and they're not gonna win shit. And I don't think now with Bart and Dave there, I do not think that's gonna happen at all.
There's no way they allow that to happen.
It could happen. Devil's
advocate
could happen.
It definitely could happen, but damn, dude, right?
Dave would murder people.
I couldn't even imagine what that clip would look like after that. You know,
it would be
that is a victim.
Multiple times.
That is
it would
a
be
victim.
like once and a half, and then another time, and then like fuck. It'd be multiple. It'd be amazing.
If that happens, bro, I'm steering clear of the pits, bro.
It wouldn't even be amazing. It would actually be tragic. It would be very sad. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen to him. But during this offseason,
they added studs to a already studded lineout. Right?
They already had
Mike Arena.
Let me give them that list of studs. We haven't mentioned names yet other than Tyler Harmon. Rainey Stanzek, Alex Goldman, and Marcelo Margot are all going to them from their respective teams. So Damage is losing a player, AC Diesel is losing a player, and Dynasty. The question now becomes, where does Spica go? Does Spica go back to Dynasty?
Oh.
Wait, so is Diesel done?
No.
Essentially. No, I think Diesel will still be rostering a team.
No, Diesel just picked up Jared Lackey.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you hear me? So yes, they'll still be rostering a team, but like their star-studded kind of experiment failed, and it seems they're now rebuilding from there.
Okay, so who all did they lose for sure?
I mean, for sure. Again, the only one we know is Mouse. He's the only one who's been announced. But I really don't see Spica staying on that team without Mouse. That's like his best friend in paintball and life. And
I can see Kyle Spica definitely going back to Dynasty.
And so if he can't play with him on Impact, I don't see him necessarily wanting to just stay on Diesel then. That's kind of the logic that I'm thinking.
I mean, I definitely could see him going back to Dynasty, but I also could see him going to a team he's played for. He's played on the Ironman. I could definitely see that, like,
he is very short.
Play.
Yeah, he boy-like.
Yes.
I knew that was coming, dude.
That's why I said the short one. Yeah. He posted his gear bag sale the other day. This man posted size small pants. What the fuck, Kyle?
Yeah.
How small are you, dog?
I saw the. I didn't see the small
man.
pants. I saw the small knee pads, and yeah.
Dude, don't get me wrong. Kyle Spica, you're a savage playing paintball, but bro, you're a little boy at times, brother. Like, Jesus. I don't know. That's crazy to me. I wore size smalls in like the 7th grade, and I haven't worn them since.
I mean,
shit, even then it was probably too late. It's probably better than that.
I mean, it would be a solid pickup for Houston Heat for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
That would be a solid pickup for Houston Heat. And another solid pickup for Houston Heat would be, I would say, Jerry Caro, right? Jerry Caro, we still don't really know where he's at, right? What he's really doing now that NYX is
He could be going with the ML Kings move, though.
He absolutely could, but we haven't heard anything about it.
We haven't heard anything about any of their roster. The only confirmed one was Josh Taylor. And the reason I'm pretty sure Nico is staying is because fucking Harris mentioned him by name on their live streams today. So I feel like you want to mention a guy and then cut him like a week later. I don't know.
And plus, there's no way you cut a guy that for the past 2 events, the Chicago World Cup event was a fucking stud.
Nico earned his starting spot at World Cup.
Absolutely.
Every time I put my camera on this dude in the snake, he would run someone down and then kill another. And I was like, let's go, Nico. Like, I farmed clips on him. I'll get some of those out here hopefully soon.
So I definitely think that, I think that NYX now should be one of those teams where they better, treat Nico well, or fuck, that motherfucker better might get her money off or going somewhere else. He's definitely getting good and proving himself in the snake.
Yep. We are bouncing around a lot here, so let's try to go back to Impact, keep on track a little bit here. We talked about Tyler, we talked about Mouse coming in, Rainey coming back to Impact. That one's kind of weird to me a little bit. That one,
I didn't really expect that one because I remember with the whole falling out. Yeah, with the whole falling out when he first left. I remember when he first went on X Factor. Sorry, when he first went on X Factor, and they were fucking butting heads. I remember, dude, J-Rab and Mouse were fucking. Maybe it was just the heat of the moment. They were just fucking ripping into him. J-Rab was like, "You fucking piece of shit! You're the fucking worst teammate ever." And I'm like, God damn, dude. I remember being in the pits and just like watching that happen on a Sunday morning.
So I guess context for that conversation a little bit too, because I heard him talk about it on a Spick and Span a while ago, one of the ones that he was on. He actually apologized to Randy for all that because he felt really bad. He felt like, people kind of said some shit to him and, he had the wrong opinion of Randy. And, once he like got to know him more, kind of not being a teammate, but like just as a general person, he, kind of felt like he said some things there he shouldn't have. And again, that may not be one for one, but that's like what I got from what he was saying on that Spick and Span. So I think there was a little, relationship mending there, but the relationship I didn't see being mended was the Impact and Rainey relationship, because I do remember that kind of being a hotly contested, like he went to X Factor and they weren't really, I don't know. I don't fully remember that time. That was a long time ago. It was that was pre-COVID years. All right. This is
2017 offseason.
2017, yeah, so it was a while ago. But yeah, I definitely remember that being a big deal back then. So for him to come back now, definitely interesting. Obviously, low for Damage.
That was a long time ago, dude. A lot changes when you go to X Factor for multiple years, then you go to Damage for multiple years, and then you're coming back. Right? You've played a lot of paintball between then. You've learned a lot, and you've grown a lot as a person. So, without a doubt, sure. I assume Rainey is probably a whole different person than what he was, especially when it comes to attitude-wise. Yeah,
I don't know the guy, so I'm only just making sideline speculations here.
I got his jersey, know the guy pretty well.
Why don't you get him on the show then, Hatch? Why don't you help me out with something?
I'll DM him right now.
Maybe I'll send you more than a couple pesos for the show. But yeah, so I don't know. The other part of that is obviously Damage lose Rainey. Rainey's been one of the best threes in the league this year. I think up there with Colt, he's kind of been holding it down back there. Man will hold 2 lanes simultaneously, and you can't get out on either one. It's ridiculous. So I think obviously he's going to bring a lot to that Impact squad. The other person from this, and the person who will probably be playing the 3, is Marcelo Margat. Came over from Dynasty. Huge move.
That was the most surprising one for me.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think, dude, a lot of people thought he was probably going to retire on Dynasty.
I think Marcelo got to his point, kind of like what I said with PK, where he was like, guys, I've given you enough time. I see the writing on the wall. A lot of the team here they're getting older. They are going to retire in the future. I think Archie probably doesn't have all that many seasons left in him. Montemayor, not Archie Barnes Jr. And I think Ryan, Alex, they're getting towards the end. I don't think we're necessarily next season or anything like that, but yeah, those guys' times are coming to an end, sadly, as much of us don't want to see that happen. And so I think he finally saw the writing on the wall, and when he heard about who else was coming with him, I think he kind of was like, yeah, this is how I go and win more championships. I think that's really the thing that matters to him at the end of the day is his legacy and, how many rings he can achieve.
Yeah, and
that's not a bad thing
to get paid.
That's that
not
Kobe type
bad
shit.
thing at all, dude. Thank you for saying that. Right, that is that fucking Mamba mentality where he is. Marcelo Margot, he is the kind of guy where he wants to be the fucking best, and that's obviously what he's been shooting for, without a doubt. I think that when he was going to multiple teams, when he went back to the Ironman, I think that was in 2013. I think that was a really strong Ironman roster, right? And he really kind of reformed that.
Mm-hmm.
And right when he went to Dynasty, same thing again, right? He did nothing but amplify that roster.
Yeah, Dynasty was in a sleepy period before, and it wasn't just him coming back. There was a couple other kind of striking factors that brought that team back around. Harmon was one of them as well.
I agree.
But yeah, I think a good way to say it is there's a lot of people who said Kobe's an asshole, Kobe's a dick and all this stuff. We don't say their names anymore, but we still talk about Kobe.
Absolutely.
I don't give a shit if you're an asshole. If you're great, you're great.
Absolutely. And I was listening to a podcast with David Goggins on it. Right. And
dude, who's gonna carry these boats?
You know what I'm fucking saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's my man.
Right. And
that was all the energy I had.
And he is basically just saying, fuck me, dude. My mind is scrambled.
All right, and Hatch lost his random topic with David Goggins on a podcast.
No. He was basically saying
write it down on the scroll.
No, I got it. No, I got it. He was basically saying how when you're so serious about something, people around you will not speak your language if they're not anywhere near as serious as you are.
Yeah.
And
that's why you need to start a drop shipping company right now. Go on Alibaba, start an e-commerce account.
Hell yeah, the Alibaba.
Get a PO box. Come on, guys.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. You gave me like Gary Vee vibes there, so I had to go into the drop shipping bro world.
No, I like that one, dude. The definite Gary Vee vibes.
But it is kind of true.
I'm not going to go off on a tangent on that. Never mind.
All right, got you. So yeah, roster moves, Impact. They gained 4 of the Chaos Gems. So yeah, also really cool.
Chaos Gems.
Yeah, dude, Sonic in this bitch. Also really cool for me is, getting a guy like Tyler who, if he stays on that roster, he's gonna be able to see like a lot of experience with, those players, some of the best that we've seen in the league, and yeah, be able to kind of, learn through them through osmosis.
Yeah, and I think Tyler's move, I think the whole my insider mind is thinking like Tyler is like, okay, Houston Heat, they are making Sunday.
I was talking Tyler Pantaleo. My bad.
Okay,
fuck. My bad, dude.
Brandon was with me. Hatch wasn't. It's all good though.
My bad.
But yes, I think Tyler also wanted to play with Marcelo again. I think that's a big part of it.
Sure.
I don't think that's a secret.
Absolutely.
So I think he had a contract with Heat, and being Tyler, he's gonna respect that contract to its fullest length. And while he's there, he gave it his all. And now that contract's up, I think he was like, all right, let's, I can go play with my friend again. I want to go do that.
And plus, it seemed like that roster of Heat really hit a plateau.
It did.
Of
they
really
feel like
making,
they couldn't,
like they were making Sunday repeatedly every Sunday.
Exactly.
But they
to make like a football, kind of metaphor, they kept getting to the red zone, but they would always have to settle for a fucking field goal. They could never put it in the end zone.
Yeah, and I could definitely see
I love how football metaphors and Hatch are just like, what? No, I'm lost.
It made sense, bro. It made
7 points. Okay.
Make complete sense. But my whole aspect on it is he's kind of tired of that fucking plateau, right? And he's like, all right, well, now I have a fucking offer to go play with my best friend and go create a superstar of an already superstar roster. Right?
Yeah,
and
not wrong.
I think that Impact, they should go fucking sicko mode this year.
Okay, Hatch, you're rambling. Brandon, give me some opinions on the Impact stuff, and then we are going to move on to a couple of the other teams here. There's just a couple more to do.
Having all 4, just as Hatch said, it's so... they always talk about how Impact's a superstar team. All 10, 11, however many guys they roster can go and be starters on any other team. And, it is apparent now that I mean, I was looking over.
I mean, scrap the starters on the other teams.
Who do you start? Like, damn, who do you start?
Well, honestly, I feel like JC is one of those guys too that eventually we are going to see him start to falter out.
Yeah,
and I don't. I don't blame him for that. Man's given like 18 years of his life for pro paintball. He loves the sport. I think,
and
he's starting to kind of get out of it. And so, and again, I don't think that'll be this year, but I think in the next couple of years we'll start to see that. So I think this is one of the things that Bart's thinking about too, is bringing on guys who can kind of, even if you lose one or two of those chaos gems, you don't lose the whole stack. And yeah, man. So it'll definitely be interesting because like, I don't, but again, this is something a thought I just had. Sorry. Dave's kind of been doing that all year already with them, where they have like an A and a B line, and instead of just running starters the whole prelims, they let both lines get playtime and kind of see like who's playing the spots the best, and then usually on Sunday they'll filter down to like what's their starting line.
Yeah, a mixed line or something. I remember when Mouse left, that was one thing that him and J-Rab talked about though, that they were splitting the points up between two lines, first line, second line, whatnot, and they liked it more with just the hot hand, right?
Yeah, just running starters. Well, and I do understand too that you want to learn the layout better, you want to have more reps on it so you can start to see more scenarios and how to play out of them. But at the same time, Russian Legion, I think it also did bite you in the ass a couple times this year that you only had 5 guys, and when the X Factor took you to 16 points, their legs literally turned to jello and fell off their body, and they could not play competitive paintball anymore. That happens to human bodies at a certain point. Now, these guys are amazing athletes and they can go forever, but you play 3 days of paintball before that into that Sunday at World Cup, you're already gassed.
And then imagine you win that match playing another one like that, right? That's like they would be cooked, right? That was a very high-scoring game that really dragged it out.
I mean, dude, old school Hexball lines, we'd put 20 dudes on a roster, and that 20th guy would see playing time. Sometimes having even a deep roster, even though guys may not be playing as much as they want, can still be a very, fuck. We saw that with Dynasty when they were on their run. It was like, fuck, who do we play? Because everyone's just playing so good. It just depended on the event for who got the starting spot.
Yeah, and if there's any roster to do 2 lines, and it's line 1A and 1B. Like
it's not line A and B. It's just
it 1.1, 1.2. They're gonna be they should be dominant.
Yeah, they're gonna be ridiculous.
The next closest team that I could even think that could come close to running 2 lines is Damage. That's like the only team that I could think that even coming close.
Yeah, I think they're a little short in some positions though.
I mean, I thought that Jared Lackey obviously just got picked up by ACD, so I thought he was a very good sub for Keith Brown and the Snake for sure.
Oh, I thought Jared was good in the Snake. I just mean like I feel like their 3 spot gets a little low, especially now when you don't have Rainey in there, because they were kind of, it was like who's the older brother? Is it Jason? Is the older brother? Yeah, it was him and Rainey were kind of trading off the 3 duties. So yeah,
I don't even think Jason played that much at Cup. I feel like I remember seeing him geared down quite a bit, or maybe that was.
I think he got injured. I think he got injured, or there was one event, one of the Edwards brothers got injured. Everything's running together, and fucking, I've said it a million times, cold brain. So I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but yeah. Speaking of Damage, let's go to their moves real quick. Picking up another one of these MYX guys who was definitely not going over to the new ML Kings group. CJ Canner. Good to see that. Another move that I saw before the whole ML Kings announcement, so made a lot of sense at the time. Still makes sense. I think, Joey knew what he was looking for, and CJ played a lot of good points for NYX. Just wasn't necessarily able to put, enough up on the board. But yeah, no, I think that was a good pickup for them. The other one for Damage was stealing from Dynasty as well. Chris Shear. Chris Shear decided to bail on out. I think Chris's main reason for wanting to play with Dynasty was wanting to play with Marcelo. I think he learned a lot from playing with Marcelo. But I think also, Chris is an East Coast boy, and it starts to add up a lot when you got to go to the West Coast, multiple times a year. Ivan Gonzalez can tell you that. So I think
the guy's
that
a family
may have
man
been,
now,
Yeah,
being that far away from your kid,
a great point too. He just had a kid, so yeah, now being able to
the guy has his own law firm, right?
Yeah, but to fly an hour and a half now to practice instead of 5 hours, that's a huge change in time.
Absolutely. So I'm excited for Damage's future. I think that those roster pickups are kind of exciting. I'm really excited for the way Chris Shear's could play in a Damage jersey.
Yep.
I really hope Chris Brown. I really hope Keith Brown gets his ankle.
Don't do my boy Keith like that.
I hope he gets his ankle, all healed up, to play next season.
I don't know which one it is. Ankle, knee, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Leg, right? But,
dude, it's like a hockey injury report where there's just lower half of body. Something is hurt.
Right. But one thing I will say about the pickup with CJ Cantor, we played against NYX. We played against them multiple times for practice at Capital Edge this past year, and man, is that guy a fucking bitch to gunfight against. He is a great player that you have to be playing 110% against every single time, or he will if you kill Jerry and the Snake, right? He will find a way out there, or if not, he'll do a good enough job containing to where you don't want to get any closer to him. So he's very good.
Sure. There are a lot of times, and it's funny you mention that. I remember on that Vegas layout a lot, especially earlier this year, the amount of times you'd see CJ on his knees in the Snake at the end of a point, just kind of like pissed off that he's there, but also knowing like, yeah, this is the job I had to do to win that point. And it was definitely funny to see. He doesn't want to be a Snake player, but yeah, definitely one of those gritty guys that understands if a job needs to be filled, I'm gonna go jump on it and fill it.
Definite soldier for sure.
You jump on that grenade.
Be an Indian. Yep, not a chief.
Hell yeah.
Native savage American.
Yeah, feather, not dot.
Yeah.
Feather, not dot.
That's true. Brandon, what are your thoughts on the Damage moves real quick?
It helps they didn't fill that Rainey role. I think it's just too big of a hole, I don't think they're done yet.
Jason Edwards is loading his car up to find you right now.
I think that's also. I think you saying that, Brando, it's also putting a lot of faith into CJ to kind of fill that role and kind of be amplified by the team, right? Because when you put a guy around superstars, you're gonna make a superstar.
So I don't see CJ filling the hole that Rainey left. I could see.
No, he's definitely more two in my mind.
Yeah, I could see Jacob and Jason doing the threes, and then let CJ be like a 2 over there on the Dorito side or whatnot.
Nah, but you want Jacob gunfighting, bro. You don't want him just holding lanes. You want him being proactive and fighting shit.
Yeah, for sure.
If there's anyone in the league that I'll say, yeah, take that gunfight to, it's Jacob Edwards, bro, because he's probably gonna win them.
But look at Colt.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a great gunfighter, but he's doing the job back there as well. Not. But
I think that's also Colt's strength too, though, because his strength is his off the break shot, and so naturally you want him in a position where his gun is going to be working. Second one, you want him putting paint down range that's in a good spot.
Absolutely.
But also, don't sleep on Cole. He'll fucking fill out if he has to too.
Yeah.
I've seen that guy full send in the Snake. Yep. And he's another guy. I can guarantee you, he doesn't like.
He's a soldier.
He's a soldier. He's like, fuck, I gotta do it.
He's the kind of guy that's like yelling like "fuck you, Scott" as like running into the Snake while Scott's getting shot out.
Fuck you, Scott Stewart, and he's just diving in. Yep.
But you guys want to hear the live response I got from Rainey?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so I got the live response from Rainey. It says, possibly, I don't really want to do any of the podcasts. It took me 2 years to get on Tyler and Marcelo's.
Okay, so no. All right. Appreciate you, Rainey.
Yep. Love you, Rainey. You know what? He did say possibly.
All right. So, that's true.
Not a no.
No, we'll have Rainey on in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. All right, yeah. All right. I'll set a
Tuesday.
alert.
Tuesday. What day is it? The 3rd of December.
Oh, no. All right. But yeah, so that's the Damage moves. Last team that's made some announcements so far this offseason that we will mention is Infamous. They did pick up Trevor, who got obviously dropped from Impact. If you pick up, 4 new players, someone's got to go.
Going back to Infamous.
Yep. So Trevor Reeser's going to put the Skeleton Squad jersey back on, and who was that? Who came over from
Zach Geiger.
Revo? It was you mentioned that one earlier.
He came over from Iron Man. He got poached from. He moved from Revo to Iron Man. Now Iron Man to Infamous.
Damn. Okay, I actually didn't even know that full backstory too. That's crazy. Damn. Okay. So in one off season, moving 2 different teams. Sick. Love to see it. Got to make your money.
No. This is from last year.
That's what I thought. Okay. He was on. What team was he on to end the season last year? That's what I'm asking.
Revo.
Yes.
He was on
last
Revo.
year.
Yeah.
Last year. Not this previous season, but last year.
Okay. So
2023.
what team?
He was in Revo.
I'm going to ask my question again. What team was he on to end this final World Cup that we just had? That Paintball Fit won?
Iron Man.
He was on Iron Man.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So from Iron Man, Infamous has picked up Zach Geiger, and they've picked up Trevor Reeser from Impact. I'm glad we finally got there at some point. Jesus Christ, Dad, you confuse the fuck out of me at times.
I still got the same answer, you know. But long division.
We got there eventually. That is a good
wrong,
point.
long division, but we still got the right answer.
It's long. You're doing like the Common Core shit over there. I'm trying to keep it old school, so
oh
it's all
God,
good.
Common Core. I haven't heard that fucking term in forever, bro.
Since you graduated school, good for you. Yeah. So, all right, guys, let's stop talking about random shit. That seems to be all the moves that I've had on my radar. Have you guys heard of anything else? I mean, there could be rumors and stuff. Let's try to keep it to more confirmed things.
Who said Ryan Greenspan? I heard that Skinny Kevin went to Damage as well.
I don't know how to say this. I didn't hear an announcement of where he went, but I did hear Ryan mention that they lost Skinny. So I didn't hear the whole show, so I can't confirm the Damage part. But yeah, I can confirm it seems like Dynasty is going to go without Skinny Kevin next year.
Yeah, he said it like 3 times from the little bit I was watching.
It's a good pickup for Damage for sure.
For sure, yeah.
Joey and Skinny.
I mean, yeah, having them together actually is it's nice, but I feel like honestly, I feel like there's going to be a conflict between Skinny and Joey because those guys are both
together in the past.
They have, but they're both very headstrong about coaching, and so I'm kind of, I don't know. That's my only worry from that partnership. It could also work very well, though. I don't know them personally like that, so it's hard for me to judge. But that's definitely one thing I've seen. I know they both like leading their teams, and they're very particular about it. So, it'll be up in the air. We'll see what happens at the first event. Yeah, I can't predict that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the rest.
Are you guys alive? Jesus Christ!
No, I think we kind of touched on at least all of the off-season ones that I know. I've heard some rumors, but I don't really want to say any more rumors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wonder what more is going to come out, bro, in this next week, from this week to next week.
I mean, we're not even into January yet. There's going to be some more shit that happens for sure.
And there could even be more drama where people like fucking cancel out, and be like, all right, fuck that, I ain't going there. Never know.
That could happen. We don't have guaranteed contract. We're kind of like high school athletes committing to a college. You don't have to go to the place that you commit to. It'll fuck you and make you look bad, but you don't have to do it technically.
It's like the age of the Cowboys where you just fucking spit in your hand and shake hands.
It's completely different metaphor, but it does line up. So you know what? I'm with you there, Hatch.
That's kind of what it's like.
Spitting on things, so
yeah.
So
Hatch is a big fan, having something in his face and just giving it a nice hawk to it.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Dude, Iron Man may be the right place for you.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have the right look. Look at him. He looks way too old.
You're right.
Definitely.
He looks like a gay porn star from the 70s.
Valid. That's not the first time I've heard that one.
I mean, am I wrong? Look at him. Just
It's a weird way of saying handsome, Ryan. It's a weird way of saying handsome.
That's
Thank
what I
you,
meant.
bro.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm glad you picked up what I was putting down there, Hatch.
I appreciate that.
Fucking love you, buddy. God damn it. All right.
Hey, let me just say, thankful for you.
You knew where I was going, because that's a great segue into our next topic. How did you guys get along for Thanksgiving? I traveled back home, and I'll get into my story in a little bit. But
how
were your guys' Thanksgivings?
You go first, Brando.
I mean, Mine was good. Just seeing family that flew in. My mom, my sister, her kids.
All right, that's enough from Brandon. He's already talked too much. No, but how was it? I literally thought you were gonna say, "I was good," and then stop talking. I was really scared.
So we celebrated on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, but I ended up working. So
That's weird. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was
He's
like,
one of our frontline workers.
exactly.
Seriously,
a hero.
Who's getting an
Thank
elective
you.
surgery on Thanksgiving?
Dude, so many fucking people. If
What the fuck?
if
A fucking
our
asshole,
higher-
that's who.
Dude, if our higher ups said like, yeah, we could work Thanksgiving, like the surgeons would find patients that would do surgery on
Because do
Thanksgiving.
they get like fat ass bonuses? I'm guessing because it's like
Time and a
holiday
no,
pay.
no, they're just workaholics. Like
they just have no families.
They
and
love
so
surgery.
They
It's an
only
addiction.
care about getting a new Porsche, and so
Yeah.
it's just I'll put more hours on.
Yeah. I mean, if they're gonna pay me more, I'd work it maybe.
I mean, the wife needs a new Porsche too. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, fuck it.
But celebrated it the Wednesday before, and then Thursday we were gonna do Michelle's family on Thursday night, but some stuff came up with like family back in Mexico that had to
They got
fly
deported.
out.
I got you.
They got I made
happens.
a call.
It happens.
pissed me off.
I made a call.
I'm dead.
That was way worse than my joke.
Do
Do you hold that over when she's beating you? You're just like, I can make one call.
No, because then I'd be dead before they come. So.
Then I'd be, okay.
You chop your
then there'd
hand
be
off
more
before you
evidence.
dial the number.
Yeah. No, they
It's gonna be like a scene in Breaking Bad. It'll be on a tortoise in the desert. It's gonna blow up as the
Holy
DEA
shit.
shows up.
How'd you know they got a tortoise?
El Tortuga.
So yeah, it was chill. It was, and then just had 4 days off. Slept
Nice.
in till like 7 in the morning. That was my sleeping in. Thank
Oh, that's
God.
nice, bro. That is nice.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Sun's coming out barely. It's like, god damn, hell yeah.
Fuck it.
That was
Let's
it.
start my day. Ooh. Yeah, it's sick. All right, yeah. So really, not that much. Love it, Brandon.
No.
You're the only person who can make a whole week of time seem like 30 seconds of content. Love that. All right. Well, I'm getting nothing more from Brandon, so I'm trying some way to segue this to Hatch. So, Hatch, what's up? How was your Thanksgiving, dog?
Yeah. So for me, it was very, very interesting, right? So this is my first. So for me, in the past, I don't know, my whole fucking life, Thanksgiving has been just me and my mom. Basically my whole life, just been me and my mom.
Where's your
Right.
dad?
Oh, great joke, Brando. Great
I didn't
joke.
do it
That
this
was a
time.
great one.
I didn't do it this time. That's all I'm gonna say.
That was a great one, Brando. That was a great
High
one.
five, though, Brandon. High five.
Hey, he's dead.
High
He's
five.
dead. That make you feel better? I said it. He's dead. Right.
God damn it.
So yeah, so it's always
Got
been just me and my
serious.
mom, and this is the first year that I merged my family with my girlfriend's family, and dude, let me tell you, I was sweating.
Cross the streams, bro.
Right, exactly. Crossing the streams,
Bold move, dog.
I'm pissing this way, her family's pissing this way, and we
Hatch did
cross
some
streams.
married people shit with a girlfriend. That's
It did.
bold,
That's
bro.
a stretch. That is a stretch.
Oh, okay. How many girlfriends have had their families come over for Thanksgiving? Not just like them.
That's crazy because it's like just my mom, So it's just
Okay.
one person, So I guess by that standard, 100% of my family was over there,
Okay, when you put it like that way, I am an asshole, and I get what you're saying.
No,
But my
logically you
point's
make
also
sense.
Still standard. Yep, it
By,
also still
by
stands.
logic, yours makes sense, but it was very
I am an
interesting.
asshole. You are right.
Right, it is very, very interesting, and I was tripping. I'm like, oh god, dude, my mom is. If anybody knows me and anybody knows my mom, she's fucking crazy, right? But and I love my
We love your
I
mom,
love my
Ash.
mom to
Yeah.
death, right? I love my mom to
I'm gonna
death,
say
right?
that for him.
Right. So it was really fucking funny because my mom is a very kind of political person. And I'm not trying to get into politics whatsoever. But someone else brought up politics and brought it right over to her. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, bro.
This is where it happens. It's all
are
over.
you guys fucking serious? I am.
Nice
You saw,
knowing you.
you saw the plane flying and then a parachute and something falling, and you're like, oh
Bro,
no, it's coming.
This is like I got a 5-minute heads up 9/11 was coming. That shit was about to fucking crash, about to hit the tower. And so I am texting my girlfriend over and over. I am like, I need help, like just help over and over
Mayday,
and over
mayday,
again.
mayday.
Yep. Mayday. First plane hit, right? And so I am just like, get me the fuck out of here, right? So me and my girlfriend get over to the table where they're kind of like talking, and we're just like, hey, you guys want some fucking pudding or some shit, you know? And
pudding pop?
Yeah, everybody like snapped off politics for a second, and I was like, oh my god, thank fuck. And then we started doing Pictionary.
Okay.
Right. And I'm not an artist, but
Oh.
god damn am I good at Pictionary. I am good at Pictionary.
Draw
I'm
a
gonna have
gun.
to see later.
I mean, we could play fucking Scribblio, boys. I'm down to play Scribblio.
Dude,
But that would
oh,
be a
man,
good
never
segment.
hears this. That is so funny. He always wanted us to
No,
play
dude,
that shit.
I showed him that game, and he's like, oh, let's play Scribblio.
He was
And I'm like,
obsessed with it.
yeah, dude, that game is genuinely fun when you have like a good group of like 5 people where, you know.
Why did we never play it then? Every time we bring it up, we'd always be like, nah. It is fun, I agree.
You know, I'm definitely down.
Because we were soft bullying, I think.
You never know. That could be a Patreon exclusive. That, you know, us playing Scribblio. You never know. But anyway,
That is some gay content, Ash. That is the definition of non-tent.
that's us though. No, I'm just kidding. But
You're not wrong.
right, for me, it was very nerve wracking in like crossing streams with families. But
For sure.
you know, overall, it worked out very well. I was very nervous
Little
about
politics
it. You know?
speed bump, but we pushed through.
Yeah, thank God.
Distract and deflect. That's always distract and deflect.
Distract and deflect. Distract and
But
deflect.
what were you so nervous about?
So Hatch is
think
this
it's-
whole thing where he hates like love and relationships and commitment, and it's this whole thing that really eats at him internally. And so I think that was what was hurting him, because he didn't want Tegan to feel like he was getting committed to her by bringing his family over for
I
Thanksgiving.
don't think that's it at all.
Whoa,
I don't think that's it at all.
100% it. I think 100%. I fully diagnosed this correctly. Thank you, Brandon.
I think that realistically, sometimes my mom can be so much that ordinary mortals can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know, people that are outside of paintball can't handle.
Are you a
her-
fucking demigod? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, my mom
Ordinary
was-
mortals?
No, my mom was just a lot to be around with. You know, if that makes
Well,
sense.
Did she make
She's
cookies?
just a good meaning lady.
What did she make? She made.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
She made a lot of
had
noise.
Baked good shit. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Fucking women.
no. She made. She didn't bake something. It was like some bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, all
You
right.
can't even remember.
Yeah, it was
Made the
fucking
green
mine,
bean
bake it.
casserole.
No, hey, fun fact. That's actually what Tegan made. She made broccoli casserole.
It's not a good accent, Hatch. You gotta work on that, buddy. Yeah, so, alright. Cross the streams. Sounds like it went okay in the end, though? It's good-
Overall,
it's good
I would
event
say
overall?
so. Overall,
Yeah,
I'd say so.
it's good.
You know?
And
Nice.
At what point in the night did you propose?
Never,
Oh,
never, bro. That would be
Never.
fucking insane.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
this is the head cardinal of the Church of Kyle. He's never getting married. What are you talking about, Brandon?
I am not the
that's
head
right.
cardinal. Let me just say.
No,
I
no,
am
you are
just-
the head cardinal.
I
Yeah,
am
you are.
I am just a mere disciple.
You are
No,
dying on
no.
the cross of never getting married.
No, I am just a disciple of the rhetoric that is bestowed before me. That is it. You know, the
You're a
church of-
fucking fag.
the Church of Kyle. The Church of Kyle has its way, but I don't know, dude. I don't see a benefit to getting married, bro. You know, me personally.
That one got me too, Brandon.
What?
I don't even think you heard me.
No, I definitely heard you.
It just hit right because you're talking about never marrying a woman, and yeah, all right.
Get married in general doesn't even
That
matter
one
if it's a
really
man.
fucking got both of us.
You know.
Hey, fuck. Okay.
Even if it
Yeah.
was a
So
man,
cross the streams.
ain't getting married.
Right here, Brandon or Hatch. I'm moving forward now.
no.
So I went. Fuck, man. Fuck. Oh, I gotta
right.
gather myself. Go to
Yeah.
you guys talk for a second. God
All
damn
right.
it.
So, Ryan, you flew in, right? You because you missed California so much.
Yeah, dude. fucking so
stay
desperate
away.
to come home. Yeah, so I did fly back home. See, being a host isn't, it's not that easy, Brandon. But yeah, flew back home. It was Tuesday of last week, Tuesday night. Flew kind of a late flight out of Austin. Got in Wednesday, and actually I was kind of aware of this, but I wasn't like. I was told it may happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen. We ended up actually going to Lake Tahoe for the most of the week. They ended up, it was my family, so like my whole family, my brother, my mom, my dad, and then my sister-in-law and my nephew, and we all got like one of those cabin Airbnb type things up in Tahoe. And yeah, we had a good little Thanksgiving up there. Had some snowfall. Also brought the dogs. That was cool. I was able to hang out with Scout a little bit. But yeah, I went up there, had a good time. It was cold as all fucking hell in Tahoe. It's that time of the year, I guess. And yeah, so obviously I'm sick, and the reason being is, as I mentioned, my nephew was there. He got sick like one of the first couple days we were up in Tahoe, and I just remember my first thought being like, oh fuck. If you guys haven't spent time around kids of this age, around like he's a little over 1, but not quite 2 yet. Then you'll know that they're just bioterrorists.
Absolutely.
Everything that we were told during COVID, like, hey, make sure you wipe your droplets, and make sure you wash your hands, and don't cough directly into someone's face.
Cover your
this
mouth.
kid said fuck that to all of those things. Had fucking snot running down his nose constantly.
Wiping it on you.
Oh god, dude, I'm gonna fucking throw up. It's making me gag thinking about it.
When a fucking kid walks up directly to you and just goes, just open mouth. It's like, oh god, you fucking little fucking freak, bro.
You're giving me PTSD right now. Fuck you.
Nothing makes you like nothing. Reason number 4,762 why you never want to have children, bro. That shit is disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So little fucker got me sick. But dude, I love him though. He's a cute little guy. He's cool man. Hangs out. Honestly, it is actually really impressive, like, for how much, even though he was sick and everything during the week, never really throws fits, like, never really kind of screams and cries. I mean, he's a kid, obviously makes noise now and then, has his giggles, has his moments, but yeah, really, I was like, damn, that is impressive, man. You weren't, because usually when kids get sick, I mean, they don't feel good, so they cry their heads off. So yeah, no, it was impressive. But other than being a bioterrorist, he's a cool little dude. So yeah, it's cool to see him kind of grow up more and more. And then I also found out to me, I didn't know what the gender was, but I did know my sister-in-law was pregnant again. So I have a niece as well on the way. So yeah, I'm all of a sudden having all these people who are somehow biologically related to me in steps, and yeah, so I get to see him like once a year, so it'll be that thing, like I'll be the uncle where it's like, oh yeah, that's Uncle Jerry, we saw him in 2004, that was the last time we saw him.
They're be like, yeah, don't be alone with Uncle Ryan.
no, fuck that, I don't want to be that. No, fuck you, Hatch. No, but I do want to be the guy who shows up like every 2 years and buys them a whole bunch of shit and then dips.
Hell yeah,
I love you.
The mysterious uncle.
Yeah, exactly, man. I think that's the uncle type I want to go for. Not the
Hell
drunk
yeah.
uncle, not the touchy uncle, or I don't want to do any of that shit. But
Uncle with benefits? Come on.
No, Brandon.
I'll get you a shirt. Yeah, I'll give you my shirt.
Yeah, that's true. You have one. Yeah, if this was 2 years ago and I didn't have an actual nephew, I would make this joke with you. But now that I do, it feels a little weird.
I got tons of them.
Stop touching
Dude,
children.
I got tons of
nephews.
nephews.
How many times do I have to
nephews.
tell you? God damn. Well, actually, that
love
makes a
the
lot of
little
sense
fuckers.
because the family that you married into. So, yeah. That's like the one thing that species does really well.
You look at them too long and they just...
They're like rabbits.
Yeah, they
Valid.
Fucking
And the Catholic guilt, never use birth control,
whores.
Yep, all
Just my
Latinas.
sister.
God damn it. All right. But yes, that was my Thanksgiving. I came back, just got back into Austin yesterday. Had to drive like an hour and a half through Austin traffic to get home. But yeah, so back here in the studio, first podcast back. Happy to be doing it again. Happy to be back in Austin. It's kind of on edge if I'm gonna go back for Christmas or not yet. We'll see. So yeah, it's that was my time back in California. I have nothing else to say. Can you fuckers talk? You're just staring at me.
And let me just say, dude. Now that Thanksgiving's over, dude, all I can say is, dude, is it's beginning to look a lot. No, I'm just kidding. But dude, it's that time, dude. Getting jolly.
I was gonna call him it again for the second time, Brandon.
No. Go ahead. Just because I'm a mystical person.
I don't want to get demonetized. But what we can talk about, Hatch, is something that's good for you. It's you volunteering, apparently.
Yep.
I don't know. You told me and Brandon that you were doing something good for your community. So why don't you explain the podcast audience what that is?
So trying to get my volunteer hours up for no fucking reason besides my own. For
that karma.
Yep, for them bounces. For them bounces, baby. I'm coming for that pro spot next year, baby. I want it. You know. So I'm going to the local dog shelter and walking dogs.
Ooh,
like taking care of dogs. So I think it's gonna be
just a fun thing for you to do.
Well, it's also I know. Let me tell you, that shit's a bitch because there's a big struggle over there at this specific one because there are a lot of like aggressive dogs, right?
Yeah,
so not a very high volunteer rate over there.
Ooh,
so hopefully I don't fucking lose a fingy.
Okay, so going into this, knowing that there's aggressive dogs, right?
Yep.
What is your strategy to deal with the aggressive dogs?
I think realistically is to pull a fucking How to Train Your Dragon, close my eyes, look the other way, and put my fucking hand out and just pray, bro. Just fucking pray.
That is like the exact wrong thing to do. This man's never watched Caesar ever in his life.
So I mean, realistically, the strat is to just kind of like, I mean, there's like a glass. I've never been there, right? I haven't been there just yet, so I haven't seen what they look like behind the scenes. So I don't know if it's like
they're
glass
behind
door.
bars. No, bars.
Bars, like fucking like a prisoner, right?
Yeah, they have orange jumpsuits on.
They do.
So, that's adorable, right? So
they also have numbers tattooed into them. It's yeah.
Oh fuck, we got some ghetto ass dogs over there, dude. We got the DAWGs, bro, the dogs over there, right? So I'm gonna just kind of hover, be like, oh, let you see me, let you bark your fucking head off, and I'm gonna sit there, just relax, let them feel my vibe, let them know, just like the Night Marchers. Hey, I'm not here to hurt you, dude. I'm just here to learn more about you. Let me just ask these questions. Hey, dog, how are you feeling today? And when he hits me with the bark, we bond, and then I walk him.
Then you bark.
Yep.
Now,
this is the tricky part with dogs because what you just described is very much how you want to handle a dog who's scared, who, yes, is in a kennel, is in a confined space like that, because, you don't want to, give them a reason to feel like you're going to threaten them or anything, because that's, all progress will be stopped. But at the same time, you do also have to kind of alpha dogs at times, because
Absolutely.
there is a lot of that canine psychology that's like, the loudest and most aggressive one gets to be the leader and does what they want. And so you see that a lot with freaking white millennials who get like border collies as their home dog, and then their dog is like herding them around all day, and if they leave it barks like crazy. And it's because they never
in an apartment.
Yeah, exactly, because they've never that's a horrible dog to bring in. That dog needs a job. That's like having a Belgian Malinois in your house all day. It's not good for that dog.
Not good.
But also you need to also kind of train, and you can't just give everything to your dog. You got to get on it a little bit and be like, hey bud, you're not the fucking head honcho here. I'm gonna take care of you.
Right. And I'm very excited to learn all of the different methods to kind of read dogs' body language. I'm just kind of excited to kind of get into it.
Fun fact: dogs very complex.
Dogs are very complex.
You never would have guessed,
dude. When sometimes I'll get on that part of TikTok where there's like the dogs, they're like training dogs. I'm like, actually, if it shows this type of body language, it's actually very anxious. It licked once, so if it licks once, then it's actually very angry. It's like, bro, what? So
some of that's kind of made up for TikTok
exactly right. Absolutely,
some of it is real though. Go watch.
I'm excited to learn from a professional.
Bro. Go watch some episodes of Caesar Milan, dude. Honestly, he go read his book if you're like actually really into it. My mom loves dogs. She's really good at training dogs. But that's like who she's kind of, I don't know. She's read his stuff to kind of get her knowledge on it. And yeah, she is really good. It's funny, Scout, the dog that we have at home, she just follows her around. She just loves her. Just like, that's my human. I like this human.
Hell yeah. So
dogs
I'm definitely excited to learn a ton.
Hatch, you actually, this is a good point though. I mean, it is kind of selfish because you go get a hang out with the dog for a little bit, and that's everyone likes doing that. But it is a very valid thing that a lot of pounds and places that shelter dogs do need help with, is because a lot of their staff are just taking care of the animals or bringing people in, so they don't have time to like go take a 20-minute walk with all the dogs every day. So yeah, no, it's a very valid thing you're doing, bro. Good on you.
Is it
I
just
appreciate
one
that.
day?
I think I can kind of pick. I can kind of just like show up, and I can plan like, hey, I'm gonna be either this day and this day, and then I can kind of show up whenever. Like, hey, I'm here to volunteer.
Do you know if they're just giving you a dog or you're like going around and?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. I went to the front office, talked to some people there, read some stuff online about their volunteer program, and that's kind of it. Kind of just like gonna dive in,
Nice.
like, yo, what's up?
Huh.
Yo, what's up, little homie? I'm gonna take you for a walk.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that dog out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DAWG.
Also, movement's also just really good for dogs in general. They're meant to move. They aren't
let them go sniff
stationary
around.
animals. Yeah.
Absolutely. Plus, it'll be good for me. It'll be good for my mental space, right? Getting out, enjoying more of the air. Just living life, I guess.
You got Callie watching over you, right
Absolutely
over your shoulder.
right. Absolutely right. And
Every episode
I'm
of the
blessed.
show.
I'm blessed with that. So
Fuck Pablo Escobar.
Fuck Pablo Escobar. This guy.
There we go. He's still there. Just
He
he
is
didn't
still
know.
there. He's behind me. He's behind me now. But I truly am excited, and I thought a lot about what my girlfriend told me. Where it's like, it would be selfish for me to cut off my love. Absolutely. So I want to try to convey that back, and I don't really know any other way to do that besides volunteer and kind of help out other dogs.
Well, I think that is a good way to go about it. I don't think you should necessarily get a new dog. Right now we had that whole conversation a couple episodes ago, but I do think it's a good way to kind of have some of that puppy love around, and
Absolutely,
also be helping them actively, and like it's a good thing for everyone involved.
Absolutely, because let me tell you, dude, the game of life, there is no instruction manual on that. There is no real method on how you should feel about something after. Right?
You just wrote a 2000s pop punk song.
Exactly, right? So I'm just trying to.
Where
I guess,
are the instructions for this life? It's too hard out
I'm trying
here.
to think of what should our band name be? What should our band name be? From the sidelines.
Fuck, dude, that's a hard one.
The Concussed Sloths.
No. Wow, yeah, we'd have to come back to that. I would, because dude, cold brain right now. I'm not thinking of anything good, but
right.
There's
Yeah.
some good. Hey, send us our band name, all right? If you're listening to us, I know people are listening to us.
That's going to be our
Anthony.
code word of the week. They get to pick our band name.
Okay, so you better send it into us. Hatch is making the code word right now. So the code word is just whatever band name you make up for us three fuckers. I want to definitely hear your band name. So, yeah, Christopher Struck, Mike Ryan, Lastro Lopez, CJ, fucking shout out to everyone who I know is listening. Tanner Monson, let us know in the comments. I definitely want to hear. Schwartz Cable, almost forgot the man, the myth, legend. Ooh. Follows us for every
My
show.
hero.
Shout out Schwartz Cable. But yeah, so... Cool. Yeah, I would definitely like to know that. What is our band name? All right, guys. Well,
I would definitely be the singer.
We got we're just about an hour 20 into the show, a little less than that. So Brandon, do you want to take away the rest of the show talking about Fish Tank?
Dude, really quick, something that happened leading into Fish Tank. We were at my sister's Wednesday night for Thanksgiving, and Michelle. Or the podcast came up. I think my brother-in-law was like, "Hey, you popped up on my feed on YouTube." I was like, "No way, really?
No,
that's cool."
Oh God!
Yeah. I was shit! Like, he knows about it. Like his son listens to it every now and then and stuff. So,
so they heard the whole deportation joke. All right. Nice to meet you guys.
That's like imagine this is like the only part they listen to. They're like, this fucking traitor, bro.
That and me calling my sister a whore.
Yeah, a lot of great looks for your extended family today, Brandon.
Nah,
are you sure you want them to watch this? I don't want mine to.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, we met fans at World Cup and stuff. He goes, "You got fans?" I was like, "Yeah, motherfucker. All right, we got fans. All right."
Hell yeah.
You have fans? This podcast doesn't have fans.
We
just
got
Brandon
fans. We got fans.
Dominic Toretto.
They're just Brandon fans, all right?
Family, yeah.
Family.
Are we gonna be some creepy like corporate company now? We're like, come on, guys, you're not fans. You're our family.
family.
No, that's gay. Oh, she just texted me. Sorry. My sister. But what was I saying? Oh,
like,
Michelle.
I am not a whore.
Michelle's like texting her on the other side of the door.
Dude, Michelle Michelle brought up asking if they know the show Fish Tank. I was like, no, they don't know the show Fish Tank.
They better
Absolutely.
not.
Oh, they definitely know the show Fish Tank.
And of course, like, oh, what's that? What is that?
No,
I'm like,
no,
it's just a show.
it.
Dude, she's like, oh, it's a stupid show that they watch and they talk about on the podcast. I was like, no, it's not stupid. It's not stupid at all.
It's revolutionary content.
In defense, I started explaining it, and their faces were just like, why? I was like, because why not? Why not?
Normies
it's funny.
don't understand us.
Yeah, you are the weirdos, motherfuckers. Like,
yeah, exactly. Not us watching an autistic man-child who can't help but sexualize everything in his life. God, yeah. I can't stand that dude. I'm so done with Bert, bro. I'm so done with Bert. He's made Vegas. He's okay. We got to start getting into it. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, strap in your belts. Hey, if you do not like Fish Tank Talk, that's probably going to be the rest of the podcast. Love you. Glad that you're here. Rate the show. That'd be great. Subscribe, do all those things. But yeah, for everyone else who's cool, who's going to stay around and hear us talk about one of the best shows on the internet currently, let's get into it. So Fish Tank, ladies and gentlemen, fishtank.live. We talk about it every week on the show when it is around. One of the best live shows. Real quick recap. If you haven't been here for the last couple episodes, it is a 24/7 live streamed reality TV show. It happens on its website, fishtank.live. This is the third season of it, and they're doing something they've never done before. So last week on Wednesday, they I guess we gotta back up a little bit more before that to fill in. During the last episode of this show, we were talking about Fish Tank, and on it we mentioned they brought in all these new contestants for Famous House season 2.0 or whatever they called it, and there was going to be this new bit where the remaining fish had to get the remaining regular contestants of the new show to slowly leave the house, and kind of whittle them down until just the remaining fish were left. That plan blew up in spectacular fashion. Within 24 hours, it was failing completely. And so they just started kicking people. Within 48 hours, 8 different people were kicked from the show. And by kicked, I mean eliminated. Like, they weren't kicked off, but it was like, yeah, you got to leave now. You're off the show. So they were just rapid fire going through people. Vance, there was a funny meme I saw. Have you guys seen the one where it's the Grim Reaper and he's like opening the doors and he goes to the next one? Yeah. It was Vance with all the fish heads because he was just going in and eliminating people. Know. So it gets down to Wednesday night. There is just the 4 remaining fish left. They're or not 4. Sorry, Symbol's gone. So just 3 remaining fish left, plus Luke and Airsoft Fatty, the 2 kind of freeloaders who are remaining. And so it starts to get kind of quiet. It starts to get kind of, there's not a lot going on because there's not a lot of people in the house now. Thursday, I think, did they leave Thursday or Friday?
I think Friday.
Okay, so yeah, Thursday then, because they left overnight Thursday, that's what happened. So Thursday they wake up. It's been apparent that there's been no content really, no interjection from production. So production must be planning something, because usually during the show they try to keep bits going. They try to keep entertainment happening, so that way people want to come and watch the live stream. And so there wasn't much of that going on, and so it was becoming aware that something was being planned. And as it comes out through that day, the remaining fish start to get pulled down to the basement one by one. And Peyton goes down there, and she comes back up and starts talking to Bert and saying, like, everything's about to change. You don't know what's going to happen. And as an audience, we also don't know what she's talking about. So we're like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, okay, is there going to be another surprise twist here? Okay, what's going to happen? And so that day kind of goes by. Again, not much from production, not much on Twitter. Like, we're getting no updates, but you can tell something's being built in the background. Something's happening. We're seeing guys walk around the house more and more. And eventually, there's a situation where Luke and Bert are in the lounge, which is one of the areas of the house, and they're having a conversation, and Luke starts to kind of spoil to Bert that they were going to try and make it like the Truman Show, where they were going to make it seem like Bert was the only person there who wasn't an actor, who didn't know what was going on, and like they were gonna mess with Bert essentially, and it was going to be really easy to do because he's a paranoid schizophrenic. Well, so Luke tells him that essentially, not on purpose, just kind of was talking, and it comes out. So Sam comes up out of nowhere and is not even dressed in Jason Goldstriker. It's just Sam Hyde.
Introduces himself as Sam.
Yeah, introduces himself as Sam and tells Bert that, oh, Luke just ruined the show. Like, that's it. We're just going to, like, you know, we can't do that ending now. It doesn't work. So the show's over. You are going to win, but the show's over, man. So, like, sorry, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Banks is going to win now, the other contestant, because, you know, this ending doesn't work. So we're going to have her win. Sorry, buddy. He shakes his hand and then, like, walks downstairs again, like, out of the play area so they can't follow him. Everyone's confused. Everyone's losing their mind. Like, wait, what the fuck? Like, the show's over. We still have another week here. Like, what? I don't understand. And so then Sam comes back up again in about 30 minutes and says, all right, guys, start packing up. Like, you got to leave the house. Like, the show's over. Pack up all your shit and get the fuck out of the house. And so everyone's confused. They start packing. And then about an hour later, we see all of them walk down to the downstairs, and then the cameras go off. And so it's like the show's dead.
Well,
what?
Well, before that, they all went into like bedroom 1 or something, and they were thanking everyone.
Oh, yes. That's a great point. An even better part to add to the gaslight, at the end of every season, they usually do, like, in a main room, they'll bring people in, they'll thank the cast, the crew, they'll thank, you know, Jet, and they'll do some speeches and stuff like that. And so they did that. They went to one of the rooms, they did that, and, you know, it culminated, I can't say that word right now, but eventually, you know, the cameras shut off, and everyone's like, oh, all right, well, I guess fish tank's fucking over. 3 hours later, the cameras cut back on. Except we are not in the fish tank anymore. We are in an R-fucking-V traveling across the country. Holy shit. So within those 2 days, production had acquired an RV and set out a plan to road trip the fish from where they're at in Rhode Island. And we didn't know this at the time, but they're now there, so we do know, all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada. These motherfuckers drove from Rhode Island to Nevada in 3 days. Along the way, they obviously were streaming the whole way. Because they're streaming on the highway, internet would drop at times, so the stream would go down for a couple hours at a time, and, you know, it would come back up, and it was kind of spotty. There was one stop they made in Texas near Dallas, and this kind of makes more sense now. Thanks to Cucumber Feet, gave me some more background on it.
Thank you,
but
sir.
The 3 contestants that were remaining at this point were Binks, Peyton, and Bert, and they were all in the RV, plus the freeloaders Luke, Airsoft Fatty, and on the way to Texas, they actually picked up one of their old freeloaders, Jeff, who was literally a homeless person, but
dude,
he's actually a very entertaining guy, so it's kind of he's kind of worked his way onto the cast.
I was glad they brought him on. Like, they're like, hey, we got to make a pit stop real quick before we jump on the road, and he just like pops in real quick. Hey,
yeah. They literally picked him up on the side of the road. Like, it was not from a home or anything. But so Jeff comes on. So they're all in the RV. They go down to Dallas. They're taking a pit stop. I mean, dude, the production literally drove for 2 days in a row, like not stopping, just going. So they sleep, obviously, to kind of, you know, get the energy back. And then at the end of all that, when they're loading up to leave, they eliminate Peyton. And she's the last remaining contestant, or not the last, one of the last 3 contestants, and they eliminate her off the show. And at the time, everyone was very confused because it came out of nowhere. Sam hands her a piece of chocolate. She eats it. He says, that's the elimination chocolate. Oh, no, Peyton. And then they eliminate her from the show. So that's how abrupt it was. And everyone's like, wait, what the fuck? And so now that we have the full context of that they're going to Vegas, it's making more sense. Peyton was underage. She was not 21. She actually turned 20 while she was on the show. So she was, you know, legally able to be there, but she wasn't able to drink or do any of those parts of the show. Well, when you go to Vegas, that's to go anywhere, you got to be 21. And so that was kind of a big problem for production. The other thing too, she also lives apparently in that area, somewhere around there. I'm not fully sure where, and if you are, fuck you, that's creepy as hell. But yeah, so that makes sense too, that they kind of were like, hey, leave, and like one of her friends or family probably came and picked her up or something like that, so they didn't even have to fly her home, so they just were able to get her an RV trip back. They saved on a flight cost. But yeah, so they pick up from Dallas, they make it to Las Vegas, they made it into the city of Las Vegas.
Wait, who else did they pick up? Ooh, they eliminated
who did
Peyton.
they pick up?
Mizzy came back.
Yes. I'm sorry. That is very true. Thank you, Brandon. You're keeping me on track with my cold brain tonight. So yes, they did eliminate Peyton, and within about 10 minutes, they brought in a new, freeloader to come back and replace her, and that's Mizzy. The Mizzler is back on the fish tank. One of the better contestants so far this year. She's come back, so she is with them in Vegas now, doing all the crazy things that are going on. And she's actually been a great part. She was one of the better contestants when she left the tank. Hatch is completely zoned out. He's looking at his phone. He's not even paying attention anymore. But so they made it into Las Vegas last night. They were there for a little bit of time before they went down to Fremont Street, which was the big reveal. They finally showed Bert holding a snake on Fremont Street, and that was like the reveal. First time I've seen this man genuinely smile, and it was
so happy.
It was kind of creepy. Like, that's the first time he's been happy all season, was holding a snake. But yeah, so they do some challenges on Fremont Street. The first challenge is the beg for money challenge. So every fish and freeloader has to beg for money, and whoever makes the most gets 5 fish bucks, which is equivalent to $500. Binks ends up winning it with $20. But the highlight of it was Bert doing his 15 minutes. This man just has a like autistic meltdown the whole time. He is so put off by having to talk to people in public, and he, like, every time he goes up, he tries to like give his whole life story and talk to people, and they're like, Bert, just be quick, like, it's quick hit and run, like, hey, can I get $1, like, I need some bus money or something like that. And he was just so uncomfortable the whole time, was freaking out. He ended up making $160, but it was from fans. So Sam literally comes over, grabs the money, and just puts it in his pocket. Sam's probably just gonna hold on to that. Good for him. But yeah, so fan money didn't count, so Bert didn't end up winning the event. Binks did, because she was able to find some rich Asian guy to give her money. There was a whole weird situation where I'm pretty sure the dude hair. They did, and I'm pretty sure the dude was trying to like hire her for prostitution. Like, it definitely had vibes like that at some point along the way. Yeah, there's definitely vibes to that. But yeah, and then they were gonna, after that, they were gonna go on the zip line on Fremont Street. But for some reason it was like closed or something, and they couldn't. So Sam literally just takes off. He's literally just like, all right, bye guys. And the rest of the cast, apparently they were gonna go back to their hotel or something. We don't know, because the cams cut off. Jet said they were gonna like take a break and bring it back up when they're at their house or something. They never were able to the rest of the night. This production's had so many like nightmare problems, from internet connectivity to all these random things happening. So they're trying to keep it together. All of the fucking fan base is pissed off and hating it, which is, I find funny, because it's been some really cool content to watch all of these random collection of people like do things in public in Vegas together. There was a couple good parts from today that I guess I can roll into now. They wake up, they start kind of getting their day going, and one of the first things they fucking do as they're leaving their hotel, Bert's looking out the window and he sees an adult store, an adult sex shop, and he's obviously, being Bert, he wants to go in, and he asks Sam, do you think I could stop? Do you think I could stop at the sex shop? And at first Sam is like, fuck that, no, you pervert, we can't do that. And then he's like, wait, that would be kind of funny. So Sam sends one of the production guys, Cowboy, in with a phone with Bert.
Bert's like oozing over Cowboy too. Like, fucking oozing over him.
That's also why they sent Cowboy, because he's had a crush on him this whole time, and it's weird. But so they walk in together, and this little old lady's behind the counter. She's like, you guys can't film in here, and they convince her to let them film real quick as he like grabs an item and walks away. Instantly grabs like leather whips and like what did he call it? Something Nine Tails. I don't even know the full name, but yeah, he just grabs some like leather shit, and they check out. Dude bought like $150 worth of shit in like 3 minutes. But the funniest part to me was they get back to the van and everyone's like, oh, what'd you get, Bert? You know, and they're all kind of weirded out by it. And his biggest thing was, well, I didn't know what to get. I only had like a couple minutes. I didn't have enough time. If I had like 20 minutes in there, I would have been able to spend more time and look through the products I wanted and be able to find something that I would have really liked. This is how this man talks, bro. He sounds like he is out of breath and exacerbated at every single moment of the day. It is, holy shit, it is annoying as someone who has watched this for 38 days in a row now, man. I can tell you, it grinds on you at a certain point. So yeah, I really don't like Baird at this point, but that was a funny moment seeing him go into the sex store. He also complains about everything constantly. He's pissed off about everything. They drove for 30 minutes from the sex store to their next location, which we'll talk about in a second, and the whole time was just him complaining about the show and how he's here and all this shit. And it's like, dude, why are you still on the show then, man? Like,
You got a free Vegas trip.
yeah. And this, so backstory on that, earlier in the season there was a dance competition. They had like a non-stop dance competition. This was when it was still Famous House, and the winner of that was Bert. He danced for like 2.5 hours straight. And so the prize that they told me won was a getaway to Vegas. So this is the getaway to Vegas. They told him that, and that's, this is, they're taking him to Vegas, all expenses paid. And yeah, so he's really pissed about that because he thought it was going to be some like romantic getaway where he could, like, I don't know, convince some white kid to get fucked or something. Because God, he's like the most sexually perverted man ever. Everything he says, that scene with Luke. Okay, Luke is, a guy who's been kind of, I don't know, he's been an audience favorite all year, just kind of a normal dude, kind of a good level for, what's kind of right and wrong in the house. And Bert's talking to him, and Bert, he brings him up, and they were having this conversation. Oh, sorry, I gotta add this. Luke brought him into this room. He was like, hey, can I talk to you? Like, let's, go to this room real quick to, like, discuss something. And, Luke starts telling him what his plan is and starts talking to him a bit. And Bert eventually is like, is this why you brought me in here? And Luke's like, yeah, man. And Bert's like, oh, I thought you brought me in here to have sex. And Luke's just like, he just has this sigh of like, man, like, no, like, I'm not into you like that, bro. Like, he just sounded so defeated in this moment of like, fucking A, Bert. Like, and I think one of the things he said is like, you can't physically understand, like, a male friendship because, like, you only think about sexualizing everyone. Yeah, so just kind of, I don't know, kind of a sad moment too, in a way.
Damn. Yeah, and how he asked Sam. Instantly, Sam jumped on in the RV, jumped on the that like bunk bed or whatever on top of the RV, and instantly his eyes shoot up and goes, "What size shoe do you wear?" And everyone was like, "Bert, come on!" Like,
yeah, and Sam even was like, "Dude, you gotta stop that, man! Like, stop sexualizing all of us."
Yeah, you look at me, you're eliminated. And you just okay, you just looked away.
Yeah. So that's Bert, the sexual pervert who is on Fish Tank right now. The other thing they did today after the little sex store stop was they did go to a shooting range, which was awesome. Got, saw all of them. They shot, I think, a 308 rifle, and then I think they had an RPK and a... in 416. They had a 223 variant of some type, one of the the M4 variants. But being in Nevada, they were actually fully auto. Sam mag dump a couple times and pissed off the range instructor. That was hilarious because you're supposed to give bursts and stuff, and yeah, he just let it go, and she was kind of pissed about that. But yeah, it was cool to see all of them out there. Dude, fucking, who was it? Ben. Apparently Ben is shooting he was shooting steel plates at like 200 meters, like with a iron-sighted AK. I was like, damn, okay. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah,
definitely impressive.
When I tuned in, Fatty was on the AK or PK, whatever
RPK.
they were shooting. Yeah, RPK. And
7x62.
Kept jamming every like, third shot.
And he kept trying to be Gilbert Godfrey, so he'd be like, fucking some shit about Gilbert Godfrey, and then it'd jam. And it'd be like, shoot 1, 2, jam. Jam. It just was miserable. Dude, okay, Fatty always talks in this Gilbert Godfrey voice, and it gets annoying as hell sometimes. He had one line today, though, that was the funniest ever. He's like, Jafar didn't listen to me when he bought the 9 and he put it to her dome. And he was talking about, I don't know, the context of it was amazing, but hearing Gilbert Godfrey we talk about buying a 9 and putting it to someone's dome is actually very funny in context.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
That is pretty fucking funny.
Why? A quick question. Why the instructors get mad at mag dumping?
Well, so
It's not much control.
Okay.
I guess that, I mean, maybe, yeah, if you have newbies, you especially don't want them to just, like, start to let a rifle go, because, yeah, random shit could happen. But also, it is not as good for the rifle. That does tend to cause jams, you know, can cause excessive wear on stuff if you're just running a rifle.
Unnecessary wear, for sure.
The more rounds you send off in a quick pace, the more heat that's generated in that rifle, so the more it's going to start to break down components and, you know, add more carbon buildup. And it just generally is not as good for the rifle to do that, but they're built that way and you fucking can.
Yeah, is that not what they're meant for? I don't know. I'm not a gun guy.
Well,
so
you got to do it in the trenches. Hell yeah, it'll do it.
I'll tell you. Go ask fucking Lastro, man. I'll tell you. Most you don't want to just be firing 30 rounds straight of full auto. I'll tell you this: if you're doing that, shit is going wrong, and you are shitting your pants. Like
those motherfuckers are close.
Yeah, you were. Because most of the time. Most of the time, like an infantry unit is engaging, they're all in semi because they want to just be able to take, you know, shot. Like, yeah. Sometimes you'll flip that bitch over and just try to put some heads down. That's usually what that's good at. But yeah.
Last row, you're listening. I'm.
We know he is.
Yeah, explain to me. You know, a long paragraph form in great detail, please.
Because he is our resident gunsmith. You are our resident surgeon. He is our resident gunsmith.
Absolutely.
So, you know. He's now mad at me because he tells me he's not every time. But you are in my eyes, buddy. You work at a gun store. Or at a gun manufacturer.
Yeah, close
enough. Gun place.
Guns. Hell yeah.
Guns with a Z.
But yeah, so that was some of the best stuff. Oh, one of the other little bits I love. So obviously, none of the fish are allowed to have their phones, but they're out in public. So one of the things they did to make sure it was safe and secure, they gave them all an Apple AirTag. Yeah. So they all have an AirTag on them in case they get separated from the group. They'll be able to find them. I thought that was a funny little side note too.
That is that's cool, I guess, you know. Stop them from going fucking insane and just crashing out and going somewhere unknowingly.
Yeah. I'm curious at how they're gonna eliminate. I guess it's only 2 now. That's right. No.
Yep, down to the final 2.
So it could be any
Bert,
any way.
You fucking pussy.
But, dude, the fans though. That's what I'm curious at because they ran into a couple fans already, and I don't.
Like fans, like random fans, or like they got stream sniped type
so
shit.
That's what I'm getting at. If now they're gonna have to get stream sniped now, right? I mean, they were out in the middle of nowhere today shooting guns. So, but if they're on the strip again, you know, I could see people making their way over there just to be on
just to hassle and just fuck them up, you know.
Yeah. Whereas, most of the
people will do anything for like that 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah. I could see someone coming up and kissing Bert, you know, give him a.
I could definitely picture people coming up and fucking with Bert without a doubt.
Absolutely, yeah. It'd be
without a doubt. They're at that point. Bert's at their mercy.
Ooh,
that's true.
Yeah,
he did have. Funny. Were you telling him about like the stream snipers on Fremont?
Okay,
There's some people coming up to him. Yeah.
So that's what
he was like. You saw about the fans, and I was like, are they fans or are they stream snipers?
Yeah, because now that a couple 2 or 3 days into it, they're gonna be in Vegas, at least for the foreseeable future. I don't know, but if they are, you know, there's probably more fans heading that way, whatnot.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because the chat was having a huge debate about this today. They were all pissed because they would go into the gun range and instantly within 5 minutes you heard the phone ringing nonstop, and everyone was just like, "You little fucking autists." Fuck, like you're not some high-level OSINT team who, yeah, okay, good for you. You found where they're at. Stop fucking calling the place. Like that ruins it for everyone. You're just a little stupid troll who was probably bullied your whole life, and so now you feel like you can make things better by ruining content for thousands of other people who are trying to watch it. Fuck you. I hate you. Go kill yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I second that.
Yeah. No, yeah. For trolls, yeah, 100%.
We're allowed to say that? Yeah, me too. Yeah.
No, we're not, but fuck it. I'm pissed, all right? Fuck those people.
Yeah,
okay.
Ruining our fish tank.
Not just that, but they do it with a lot of like shit. I mean, the whole Ice Poseidon thing when like he
Oh
got
yeah.
arrested.
Where he's like, I'm in the Mafia. That guy where they call the restaurant.
No. Hatch. I'm not talking about that. That's a completely different story. The one where he actually got arrested because he was on a plane and his fans called in a bomb threat.
Oh, I do know that one.
That shit pisses me off because it's like, okay, yeah, Ice did some shitty ass things. Like he's not a good person, but come on, man. Like, why are we making a whole flight
That's
of
getting
people
that guy like
have
on
to
the
think
no
there's a
flight
bomb,
list
like
for the rest of his life potentially.
Yeah, and if you are a fan of his, now he can't make as good of content because, like, if he wants to go to New York, he has to fucking drive there. You know, like, maybe think that through, you dummies. I don't know.
Driving streams.
That's that side of 4chan that I don't like.
You know, is there driving streams? I don't know. Is Fish Tank onto something? We'll see.
I think,
It was pretty
I feel
fucking
like
boring,
driving, there might be some law against that. I don't know.
Driving and streaming.
I think it
Something
depends
about,
as
like,
long. I
operating
think
a vehicle or, yeah.
you can probably operate a vehicle as long as your hands are free.
Yeah, but I guess, yeah. No, you have a point. I don't know. I'm not a fucking lawyer. Don't ask my opinion.
I mean, that's probably a lawyer's fucking worst nightmare. He's probably like, were you driving? He's like, yeah. He's like, were you recording you driving? He's like, yeah.
Yes.
He's like, God damn it, you motherfucker.
Wait, no, because then they'll be like, okay, was it saved on your phone? Maybe we'll just throw that phone away. You never had that phone. It was live streamed to the internet. God damn it. Like,
He's like, and I had like 3,050 viewers. He's like, oh.
It's been clipped all over live stream fails. I'm fucked.
Dude,
You know,
so that's something I'm curious about because I listen to YouTube shit all the time. I'll put something up on my phone and whatnot, put it on my dash. You know, Fish Tank again. I watch Cucumber Feet. Thank you. On my way home from work, put that shit on my dash. And like I wonder, like, if I get in an accident, can they tell that I was on my phone, like streaming something on my phone?
Streaming not as much. I know, like, text-wise, they'll look through your recent stuff and see, like, where you know, was there a timestamp text, like, a minute before the crash, you know, something like that. They can prove
or
you
even
on your
like
phone.
5 minutes to get you even distracted at all, you know? They'll look for anything.
To show, like, a pattern or something like that. Now, I guess you could always argue against those that you were at, like, a red light and that it was, you know, like, if you have a lawyer, you can kind of work your way out of those maybe a little bit. But, yeah, if they have, like, I don't know. That's where dash cams get kind of hard because it's like, yes, it protects you if someone fucks with you, but if you fuck with someone else, now there's just all the evidence of you fucking up, you know?
Yeah, they're just like subpoenaing your dash cam. It's like,
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh, it's weird because it was there that day and then it just disappeared. I've never seen it since. That's crazy.
The footage got corrupted. I don't know. Doesn't say.
Oh yeah, corrupted footage.
bad.
That's like the #1 killer right there. Corrupted footage.
It's funny how that never happens when you want it to, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's always some podcast you spend 3 hours recording and not, you know, like you committing a felony, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh man, dude.
There's no proof, officer.
There's
Yeah.
no...
Dude,
That's
yeah,
right.
you-
Admit nothing, deny everything, get
okay.
a lawyer, answer no questions. Be smart, kid.
One thing I do know is
Because they're
that
kids, but both.
I have seen it when people get in car accidents. Your radio does not turn off.
Nope.
So
No.
Nope.
No, yeah.
you
You're
could be
just gonna
fucking
keep
there.
listening to fucking...
Your undead body is there, and you're just listening to Katy Perry's Firework.
dude,
Can you take me
Oh,
higher?
they hear that.
Going higher to that
Let me tell
song.
you, they hear that song. They're like, they check it out. They're like, all right, suicide, check off. You know?
That and/or you just hear the rest of the Freebird solo play out because you crashed a minute and a half in and it's still got another minute and a half of
Yeah.
Dude, I will say, if you're ever in your car and that comes on and you don't floor your accelerator, I don't think you're a real man. I'm gonna be honest. There's just something about that song that when you hear that the guitar solo of Freebird come in, you better be driving 20 miles an hour faster.
There are definitely some songs that definitely get my
Jimmy's rumbling.
feet heavier for sure.
Oh.
Where I put 2
Yep.
feet on the
The
gas.
Leadfoot Larry.
You know what I'm saying? I put 2 feet on the gas.
wait, yeah, no, that doesn't.
So
You probably shouldn't be doing that, Hatch. I actually don't think that's a good idea.
there are some songs that get me just in that way, bro. You know?
What's one of them? I made one of mine.
Fuck. I don't know what it's called, but I don't know who it's by, but it's called Empty Bed. Let me look it up.
I don't know I don't know what it's called. I don't know who it's by.
The
but
name
it's
of
a
the song is
I
called.
like.
I'm looking it up.
but it gets me going. You know,
What's one for you, Brandon?
It's called Empty Bed by Saint Punk.
You mainly listen to like podcasts and stuff, but do you have like a song that if it came on, you'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah, we're dropping the hammer, baby, we're running"?
Oh man, I don't. I would honestly have to look. No, off the top of my head. You know what? No, I lied. Dude, I love.
Make up your damn mind.
I love me some Haley Williams from Paramore. All right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so
This is
the
mommy.
live version of Hallelujah, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. I see what you're putting down there. I like that. It's a good
Sheesh.
choice. And now Hatch has had all this time to find his song. What is the song, Hatch?
No, I just said it by. It's called Empty Bed by Saint Punk.
Saint Punk. Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't heard it, so I'll check it out.
Now I remember a funny story to this song. I remember we were in the HK booth, and I was like, "Do you guys take requests?" And they're like, "Yeah, but don't play none of that lame shit." And I looked at Josh from HK, and I said, "Bro, trust me, dude. They're about to pop a fucking banger in there." Handed me the Spotify playlist, and I played that, and they're like, "All right, Hatch, you can stay." And I'm like, "What's up, boy?" So it's I guess that kind of tells you what genre it is if HKs ain't willing to play it, you know. But it definitely gets me to where I picture in Fast and Furious when they're like bobbing and weaving through the lanes, you know? That's what I like to do. I'm like,
dude, I just picture in my head, it's the 48 different gear changes. It's the going back up to 6th. All right, back to 4th, and then back to 5th, and then now we're going to 6th again. And it's like, what the fuck, man? You don't need to change gears that many times. But it does feel cool when you see a guy go,
oh yeah.
And you're just like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I'm rock hard. I'm
leaking
sick, out of my cock. I'm pre-cumming my pants.
All of those
You guys
exhaust
don't do
pops.
that? That's just me? Okay.
When the exhaust pops, bro, that shit gets me feeling different.
All I know in real life, whenever I hear I want to physically ejaculate. I just do, okay? It's the best sound in the world. Do you guys know what that sound is?
Why don't you explain it to me?
Oh my God, you guys don't know the
I'm just trying to make sure it's the right sound.
When you have a turbo and I forget the actual way to do it because I don't know if it goes through the wastegate or if there is another thing that it goes through. But essentially, you're sending more air from your turbo through. More air from your exhaust through the turbo than it knows what to do with because you're no longer accelerating. And so it lets off that extra gas, and that sound will sometimes make. And that's, yeah. I can't describe it amazingly. I'm sick as fuck and tired. This is the end of the show.
I got you. The Duramax goes.
No, it doesn't.
The Duramax, hell yeah.
God damn it.
I don't know. I'm not a car guy.
What were you
Me
gonna say,
either. I
Brandon?
just know a Duramax does that.
Oh, I was just gonna make a joke about is it just like how the semis when they hit the brakes.
No, that's a completely different thing. That's the air braking system.
all I know.
Seriously, fuckers, look up turbo blow off sound. I think that's what it's called.
Turbo.
I don't know. I could 100% be wrong. I'm not trying to seem like an expert here. I just know that it sounds really good and I like it and it makes me happy. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Now
a long
do you
video.
see what I mean,
Yeah,
Brandon?
we're gonna see. Okay.
Blow off valve sound.
Yeah, dude. I knew you were gay. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm into cars. Yep, that's my thing. I like the tailpipes. They look like assholes. It's great.
The smaller ones.
Hold on, I got an ad
jazz?
from Weld's Clothing. Let me watch the whole thing so I don't skip it.
Wait, on YouTube? Let's go. Wells Clothing on YouTube. Love to see that.
No, it's not. I just said that, but in my
okay.
mind.
It's still
Every other-
wellsclothing.com ad.
Absolutely.
All right, you going to listen to it, Hatch?
I'm
Tell me
listening
I'm
to
wrong.
shit.
Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, that's just an engine revving the fuck off. Okay, there was some...
I looked up exactly what you
There
fucking
was
said.
some
and that's the
turbo
first
towards
video.
the end. There was some turbo towards the end.
Maybe we should be looking on TikTok and not YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great example to show you guys right now, and I don't really want to look one up because we have 5 minutes from the end of the show. So yeah, that's cars. Does anyone want to bring up a topic or do anything this show? This felt like the most weird, disconjointed, like slow show ever.
No, we're talking about cars. And you brought up Hatch about the radio not turning off. The last car accident I was in. I found that out. I remember I was listening to J. Cole. J. Cole came on.
Don't say
Not that
she
one.
don't
It
want to
wasn't.
be saved.
Nah,
Oh, so
was from his.
so it's no role models, and I'm here right now.
Nah,
no
nah,
role models.
it wasn't
speak
off.
up.
It wasn't off that album. I think it was. I think it was KOD. And like, yeah, the car hit. We stopped. It just airbags went off and everything, and I was like, motherfucker! Like,
Well, how bad was the crash?
It totaled my car.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the right of way going into the intersection. This car was running from a hit and run already. Came into the intersection. T-boned.
Stockton, baby.
Yeah. I stopped in the middle of the intersection. He kept on going. Oops.
Dude, you're a hero, dude, for saving that for using your car as a blockade, bro. You're a hero.
Thank you.
Holy shit, bro.
Wait,
thank you, dude.
now.
What, Hatch? It sounds like he literally hit his
stopped him.
car and left.
No, from another accident.
Yeah, from
Yes.
another accident. Brando's
no.
the reason why he stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The way Brandon just made it sound, he said I was in the intersection, he hit me and then took off. I think that's what you just said.
He kept going like 100
See what
yards.
I mean? Okay,
No,
that's why I was confused.
His car kept going but veered off. Yeah.
Did he survive?
Yeah, he was
Damn
arrested. Yeah, motherfucker.
Did he survive? Not after the cops put 28 into him.
Stop resisting!
Boom, 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 stop moving! Boom, 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 boom! I'm reloading! He's still twitching!
Dude, yeah, but
I just gave some people PTSD near me.
dude, it hit, the airbag
My
went
neighbors
off.
are pissed.
I remember Michelle screaming really quick, and like my instant reaction was like, there's smoke. My sweater has a hole in it, motherfucker. Like as I watched his car come to a slow roll, I was like, motherfucker, just get out. Yeah, and I didn't recognize that the music was playing then, but when I went back to grab my phone to call the police, it was still playing. Like I opened the door and like it's still blaring music. I was like,
That's funny.
Let's hit pause before the cops come. All right.
Hold me down.
Confirmed. You tested it yourself that the radio does keep playing.
Yeah, it does.
Confirmed.
Jesus.
You know, I can picture I've seen some fucked up crashes, so I'm just picturing just like some mangled ass shit, and then just like Barbie girl playing in the car.
I'm a Barbie. Have you ever been in an accident?
Me?
Yeah.
Not like big ones. I had my brother was driving me to school. He was a senior, I was a freshman. We were like literally 500 feet from the school, and funnily enough, a cop turns into this little park that we had that was like right in front of the intersection for our school, and no fucking blinker, no nothing, just turns on in, and so the dude in front of us slams on his brakes so he doesn't fucking hit a cop, because that's not a good way to start your morning. And so because of that, my brother no. My brother stops in time, but it was like he was close to the car in front of us. The car behind us did not stop at all, went right underneath us, and went through.
Shit.
She was okay. She no fatal injuries or anything like that. But yeah, no, she just did not break. And then because of that, we got pushed into the car that was in front of us.
Yep.
And then it was funny because the cop comes around and she's like, what's going on here? And it's like, bitch, you just caused all of this. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, maybe he was following a little too close or something like that, but put on your blinker if you're gonna fucking turn in. Come on, people.
That crash that I just talked about. So the intersection before that, the crash happened, there was a cop. The cop on scene. That was right. I didn't even have to call the cops immediately. It was because there was a cop right behind us, because he was in the turning lane to turn the same direction we were going, but on our left, and we went driving by, and I was like, "Hey, babe, look!" And I flipped the cop off.
Hell yeah!
Why?
Why not, dude? Jake Cole was playing. Look,
Hell yeah, dude!
Honestly, that's the best answer you could have had there. I now respect you. Yeah.
No, I play.
Look, when NWA is playing,
I play some NWA, and I'm just like, "Fuck you, pig! Get away from me!"
And then right after, you're like, "Yes, sir, officer."
Yeah.
Thank you for your
my
service,
ID,
officer. Here you go. Thank you. I appreciate it. You say jump,
Please.
I say how high.
Out of the car? Yes, sir. Yep. All right. Yep.
I am not resisting. I am not.
I'm gonna reach
my hands
extra
are on the
slow
steering
for
wheel.
my.
Sir,
I'm
gonna reach for my seat. I'm gonna reach for my seatbelt now. I would have already been shot. I would have been dead.
Yeah.
Actually, they would have shot me if I stuttered like that.
Jesus Christ.
That's okay.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, that's what I get. That's what I get.
That is fucking karma, bro. Would have bounced off you.
I know. Fuck me.
Yeah,
I'm looking
you
for
would
the
have had a
pictures.
bounce there. Not a
damn it,
fucking
if I
nasty
didn't.
T-bone. So wait, what car was that?
That was another Hyundai Elantra. It's like a.
So
I
you
forget what
like
year.
little gay Asian cars?
He said, "Damn, shit's so nice. I'll drive it twice."
Damn straight, dude.
Hell yeah.
Cheap and good on gas.
Okay, I will
I mean,
say
you're not
I
wrong
do
there.
remember the closest thing I've ever been to an accident, right? So this is after we win the Sacramento event. We're sitting behind the Capitol Edge in like that little dirt field back there. And it's like me, Micah, AK, Logan, Nico.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah, right?
Brandon just had
And,
a jump scare thinking about it.
Dude,
Okay.
so we'll all have our medals around our neck. We're like, oh man, I love you guys. I fucking love you guys. And Micah, dude, for the past like 6 months, Micah has been like, dude, and he's driving this truck, this like shitty truck. And he's like, dude, I need new brake pads, I need new transmission in this bitch, dude.
Oh, no.
He's in front of me, right? And we're getting ready to fucking drive off. And then all of a sudden, Micah's like, all right, guys, I'll see you later. And then puts his car in drive. The car goes backwards straight into my car. And I'm like, Micah, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, dude, genuinely, I was actually like, I blew a fucking gasket. I was actually mad at Micah. But... Like I was like, Micah, you fucking idiot! I told you to get that shit fixed, right? Because I was on his ass about it. I was like, Micah, you need to go fucking get this shit fixed.
He didn't mishift. He literally just threw into drive. And
He went
was
into
like,
drive
"All right,
and he's
guys,
like this.
I'll
He's like,
see you
all
later."
right,
And
guys,
it just
peace
goes
out, and then
backwards.
just goes straight backwards. And I'm like, bro, what the actual fuck? Right into the front of my car.
That's fucking hilarious.
So I remember that one fucking vividly, and God bless Micah. I love that guy to death, and he's that one
pissed
guy
me
where
off
I
too,
can never
though.
say mad at.
It'd
Right.
be like, come on, brother, man. Like, Jesus.
Right. The reason why I was so mad is because I told him, I was like, bro, because I told him for months to get that shit fixed. I was like, dude, I don't want anything dangerous happening to you, unnecessary risk. And the motherfucker does that shit to me. What a guy. Didn't know damage, but in that moment, I was like, bro.
He could tell that you cared for him, and his way of paying you back was saying, fuck you, Ash.
Yeah, let me just fucking hit your car.
Let me just take a bit of your bumper with me.
Yeah, so luckily no damage. I was blessed. So that shit was funny.
That's good.
And I was like,
That's fucking hilarious.
oh, I do remember. I was like, Micah, you motherfucker! I told you to fix it. What if I was an old ass fucking man that was a fucking Karen and was like, give me your fucking insurance right now, And I was like, what if that happened in a parking lot? And I was pissed. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, it seems that is going to bring us to the end of From the Sidelines, episode number 123. We got a couple things we got to get through, as always, before we get out of here. We already know the code word of the week. You got to send us in your band name for us three here on the show. That is Hatch's code word for the week. It's more a request of the week, I guess. I don't know.
guess,
Do
yeah.
work for us.
New
Free
first
work
one.
for us. Yeah,
First
we love
one.
that. You're all our interns now. And then cool guy of the week, Brando Baird. We need one of those from you.
Yeah. Oh man, did I just fucking forget? Oh, there he is. There we go. Boom. Sent this streamer. All right. Cool guy. Stepped. TG. Dude. He's streaming, and some motherfucker comes up and just sucker punches him.
I did see this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have
Yep.
seen this
You saw
guy,
this?
and he
And
fucking
he gets
claps
up
his
and-
ass, bro.
Damn straight.
He beats
Yo,
his fucking ass.
You ain't doing that to me. You ain't doing that to me.
Respectable defense. Took a couple licks. Obviously
Yep.
the sucker punch
Dude,
came in. He wasn't
first
expecting.
hit, right on the back part of the jaw, bro. That's a knockout punch.
He took some nasty punches, covered up, got back in the fight. You'll love
I've
to see
seen
it,
another
man.
clip
Started
of this
raining
guy.
blows.
This is the second clip I've seen of this guy. I've seen another
Oh,
clip
this is fake
where
as shit then.
No,
This is fake
where
shit
his
then. His
where,
roommates jumped him twice.
Yeah. So
Okay, my
where
bullshit meter's
his-
off. All right,
No,
I'm
where his
out.
roommate comes in, and then another girl comes in. Right. So it's a different clip than this. It's a girlfriend. So I don't know whose girlfriend it is in this clip.
Again,
that's
I go
attacking
back to the point
attacker.
though. A separate clip of a roommate beating you. I'm not. First time, shame on me. Or first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me.
Dude, that shit is fucking
You can't get
insane,
fooled again.
bro.
You fool me, can't get fooled.
What game is he playing?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't looking at the
FTS?
gameplay at all.
He's
Playing something, Hatch. That's like the weirdest question you could have asked.
I'm trying to listen to the
He's playing
sounds.
with these hands. He's playing with these hands. That's what
He's playing boxing simulator.
Play with these hands. That sounds sus. All right. Well, that's the code word of the week and the cool guy of the week. Got to remind all you guys out there to make sure you rate and subscribe to the show. Whatever platform you're listening on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It takes just a second to drop a 5-star rating. Helps us out over here. It's completely free to do, and I think it's a very fair trade. We would definitely appreciate it. Helps us look good in the algorithm. And yeah, make sure you subscribe as well on those platforms. You're just going to get a notification when the next episode is live and ready to go, which is every Tuesday. We also got the patreon.com/Mafia_Productions. We do have kind of something new we're bringing to the Patreon. We are going to be doing a post-show type bit. So there is going to be now some more exclusive content from the show weekly over on Patreon. So you also get that, as well as the early access to the show, the bonus content when it comes out, which is going to conclude this new show. And yeah, there's also other goodies and things on there. There's a great community of guys over there on the Patreon as well. So come join up, have some fun with us over there. It's always a good time. We also got the merch on the XXV The Label website down in the description. It's the quickest way to get to our collection on the site. The Stabbers Don't Get Stabbed shirt, the From the Sidelines tee, the MafiaProductions stuff. We got some cool options up there for you if you want to grab some merch and support the show. And then last but not least, we have our sponsors. So the 3 sponsors tonight. I drank all of mine, so Brandon, finish yours, please. We have Liquid IV up first. They're great. Help me get through tonight. Appreciate their hydration and immune support for, when I'm feeling down. Head over to liquidiv.com. Promo code Mafia_Mafia, save 20% off and get free shipping. Next up, NECTR Energy, NECTR.energy, promo code MafiaProductions, just all one word for a buy 2 get 1 free from them. And lastly, we have Welts Clothing, weltsclothing.com, promo code FTS over there on their website. Make sure you keep on the lookout for the Welts Wednesday drops, first Wednesday of every month. And then yes, that is, well, it's tomorrow when we're recording. This will already be out. Make sure you gotta listen to the Patreon. Yeah, for all of our cool friends. VIPs. But yeah, guys, we gotta get out of here. I'm getting tired. So episode 123 of the show for my 2 co-hosts, Brandon Baird, for Stephen Hatch. My name is Ryan Mafia Moffitt. Yeah, episode 123. We did it just like that. It's easy as ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Now Hatch, do that thing you do. We'll see you guys on the next one.